starting or refilling Absolura. Pursue it.
The Severe Weather Team 9 experts are everywhere.
This is the Bordas and Bordas Thursday Night Lights on WTOV 9.
A beautiful Thursday night to kick off the Ohio high school football season here in Martins Ferry on the Bordas and Bordas Thursday Night Lights. It's the Shadyside Tigers and the Martins Ferry Purple Riders, a Belmont County battle to open things up here in the state of Ohio at the Dave Bruni Football Complex. Hello, I'm Rob Metzger, joined by Coach Tony Filberto as we get set for this opening matchup between these two Belmont County schools. It's opening night, and there is nothing like an opening night of high school football.
There's nothing like an opening night, and especially what could be better than Martins Ferry and Shadyside. Local rivalry, that's what the Ohio Valley football is all about, local rivalries, and we got a good one tonight.
Absolutely. Here is our keys to the game after talking to both head coaches for Shadyside and head coach Mike Kernick. He wants to see aggressiveness and intensity from his squad and focus for Martins Ferry. Lean on their big three seniors, Alex Reese, Tevin Williams, Aiden Ludoff, and limit the turnovers and mental mistakes. And I mentioned the head coaches for this matchup. Justin Kropka, an alum of Martins Ferry High School in his third season in charge of the Purple Rider program. 89 and 71 overall, of course, the long stint at Harrison Central and a year at John Marshall. Mike Kernick, third year at his alma mater, a Shadyside alum. 2 playoff appearances here the past 2 years. We'll take a timeout. Kickoff coming up next here from Martins Ferry.
Since 1989, WTOV 9 has been the home for hard-hitting high school football, where our youth fight for victory every week. I'm Jamie Bordas, and I'm proud that the law firm of Bordas & Bordas is this year's sponsor of Thursday Night Lights, Friday Night Rivals. Sit back, relax, and enjoy the game.
With so much happening every day,
News 9 is everywhere,
helping you understand what's happening in our communities and working to find
It's your home, business, or golf game. Call the restoration company the Mountaineers call. Panhandle Cleaning and Restoration.
The Center of Music and Art is your one-stop shop for all things creative. We provide instruction so you can obtain total command of your instrument with confidence. So whether if you're a beginner or a pro, we feature the top brands and the best boutique brands in the business. And to keep your gear in tip-top shape, our band, orchestra, pro audio, and all things string repair department is ready to service your instrument issues. So come on down and let's make a deal. The Center of Music and Art.
Earn big rewards on your favorite items at Convenient Food Mart. Buy 5 20-ounce Coke products and get one free. Join our rewards program today and save. It's easy and, of course, convenient.
Are you looking for the best prices in the Ohio Valley? It's time for Auto Choice. New Chevrolets at the Valley's best prices. Certified pre-owned vehicles at the Valley's best prices. Auto Choice, the Valley's price leader, the smart choice, saved thousands.
The Bordas and Bordas Thursday Night Lights on WTOV 9 is sponsored by Bordas and Bordas, WVU Medicine, Laborers, Local 809, The Health Plan, WMC, and Interstate Waste Services.
Martins Ferry won to toss the fur to the second half to the Tigers of Shadyside. We'll get the football first as we are about to get underway here in the opener of the Ohio high school football season. A 6:30 kickoff here between the Purple Riders and the Shadyside Tigers. Shadyside, again, getting the football first. Rob Metzger here along with Tony Filberto. And before the break, we showed you the two head coaches, Mike Kernick and Justin Kropka, both alums of the schools they are coaching at. That was your Roto-Rooter Steubenville coaches matchup. Justin Kropka, Mike Kernick. Mike was an assistant at one point with Coach Kropka at Harrison Central. They know each other very, very well as we get set here now for the kickoff. Our Ohio Valley buy here, pay here kickoff. And the Purple Riders will tee things up and the crowd has filled in nicely and a great atmosphere to open the season.
Sure is. Both of them third-year head coaches. You know, the teams take on your personality by year 3. This is your team. The first year, it's somebody else's. Second year, it starts to take you on. By the third year, it's your team. Let's find out the results of 3 years.
And teeing things up for the Purple Riders, the Jacob Thieker. He is a sophomore. Also plays tight end and defensive end for Coach Kropka and the Purple Riders. And we are underway at the 2024 high school football season in the Ohio Valley. And on the return up across the 30-yard line for the Shadyside Tigers. A nice return there for Shadyside, and getting set for their first offensive possession of this matchup. A first choice America first down and 10. Colton Wallace on the return, and we are underway.
We've seen both of these teams warm up. It looks like that Shadyside will be a little more of an open type football team, a shotgun type football team with some wide outs, and then we'll see what Martins Ferry has in a few minutes.
New quarterback for the Tigers this year, Ben Walsh, of course, graduated, so they've got a sophomore in there, Jaden Johnson. And we have whistles right off the bat.
Yeah, it happens this time of the year. Early kids are excited. They're anxious. Get a little bit of movement. We're going to see some penalties tonight, I'm sure. Coaches aren't going to be happy, but it's going to happen this time of the year.
Rennie Cousineau, our referee here tonight, experienced official back here in the Ohio Valley, moving in from the Cincinnati area. His wife is an Ohio Valley native and back here helping out this season. And we got another first choice America first down and now 5 for the Tigers. And they're going to run it on first down. And a very young lineup. Going to pick up a couple of yards there running the football. Ace Nelson, the sophomore tailback. As we check out the starting lineups brought to us by McAdoo Towing and Crane Service. First for the Shadyside offense, I mentioned the quarterback, the sophomore Jaden Johnson. Nelson in the backfield, Griffin Kritz at tight end, Caden Baker, Trenton Marley, Michael Hendershot at receiver. And up front, you get Trey Wright, Anthony Forges, Derek Russell, Dario DeFelice, and Ian Weatherson. 3 starters back on that offensive line for the Tigers. Low snap, and Martins Ferry's getting in the backfield in a hurry for the stop. Joaquin Cox in there, of course, also in there. R.J. Welshans, the sophomore, got experience last year as well. They're looking for big things out of him on the defensive side.
Alex Reese is in there. Just so many good players they have up front for Martins Ferry.
Wasman, Malachi Giles, Tayson Palmer, Cox, Mulvey at linebacker, along with Welshans, Lucas Shane. And, of course, number 1, Maurice Barnett, is in that starting lineup in the secondary. We'll get back to those guys here in a moment. 3rd down and 6. Under pressure again. Johnson looking for somewhere to go, runs it, and the ball knocked loose out of bounds. It'll be 4th down, but a big hit. And good work defensively for Martins Ferry. Lucas Shane, number 14, coming in with the big hit and the pressure, forcing now a punt for the Tigers.
Absolutely. It looked like some good coverage here. He's tried to run some type of bootleg. Good coverage. Had no place to go. Did the smart thing, tucked the football and run. A lot of young quarterbacks might have tried to get rid of it, but I think he made a good decision.
Barnett, Ludoff, and Tevin Williams were in that secondary for Martins Ferry. And now that offense for the Purple Riders should get the football here as the Tigers get the punt away. Low punt. It'll roll down to the 25-yard line here early on in quarter number 1 between the Purple Riders and the Shadyside Tigers.
A nice kick. It puts the ball down deep in Martins Ferry territory. That's what you want out of your punt team. Make them start deep, go the full field.
First Choice Community Federal Credit Union, first down and 10 now for Justin Kropka and the Martins Ferry Purple Riders. Some veteran skill guys on this offensive attack. We will check out for Martins Ferry, led by the senior quarterback Aiden Ludoff. A dual threat, had an outstanding junior season. Nearly 1,200 passing yards, also ran for nearly 900. And he is going to run it here on first down. Aiden Ludoff, first down yardage. And a gang tackle over the Shadyside sideline, but a good pickup there for the Riders and Aiden Ludoff.
They spread the field, two back, became a quarterback power. It's a base play in their offense is the off-tackle power. Just gave you a different little look out of it, and the quarterback kept the football.
Up front, they are young, and no seniors in the two deep. Tayson Palmer, R.J. Welshens, Jackson Leonard, Ethan Palmer, Malachi Giles. We'll talk about Alex Reese at tight end. He's versatile. Walkeem Cox, the freshman, play running back and receiver. Tevin Williams, very versatile as well. Aiden Ludoff had a big game last year in that win for Martins Ferry at Shadyside, a tight one. He picks up some more positive yardage for the Riders.
Again, repeat play. The one back leading the quarterback, power play, just to the left this time instead of the right, keeping the ball in his hands. Good idea, good athlete.
McAdoo, Towing, and Crane Service defensive starters: Anthony Forgas, Dario DeFelice, Aiden Allensworth, Griffin Kritz, Ace Nelson, Colton Wallace Johnson in the secondary, Bryce Sloan along with Michael Hendershot in that secondary as well, Caden Baker and Ian Weatherson. It's 2nd and 3 here for the Purple Riders. They'll run it with the veteran tailback. Tevin Williams picks up first down yardage, gets one more yard than needed, and they'll move the sticks once again.
Yeah, Tevin Williams, 1,000-yard rusher last year. Also, he caught 33 balls for nearly 400 yards, so we may see him lined up as a receiver as well.
Another First Choice America Community Federal Credit Union. First down for Martins Ferry. Thanks to that Tevin Williams first down pickup. Williams, very versatile. You'll see him line up out wide tonight as well. Alex Reese, a tight end, he can line up out wide. You see him wearing number 15, 6'6", 220 pounds, and a timeout has been called by Martins Ferry here with 8:47 to go in the opening quarter of play here at Purple Rider Stadium. Time now for our Trinity timeout. We're back live at Martins Ferry, your Trinity timeouts. Martins Ferry called the timeout, and they're facing 1st and 10 here at midfield following the first down run by Tevin Williams. Third team All-Ohioan, more than 1,000 yards rushing, 12 touchdowns, also nearly 400 receiving yards, and 2 scores as well. And as I mentioned, you'll see him out wide. Right now you see some other guys out wide, including Maurice Barnett, the junior, wearing number 1, top side of the formation. And the handoff to Tevin Williams. Williams makes a move, and down the sideline he goes. Tevin Williams off to the race at 10-5. Touchdown, Purple Riders.
If you look at it again, it's the base play in their offense. It's 2 back. Let's give to the tailback. Lock down, kick out with the lead back. A lot of green in front of him. Nobody's going to catch him.
Labor's local 809 touchdown for the Martins Ferry Purple Riders, and Tevin Williams starts off the senior season in style. A 50-yard touchdown run, putting the Purple Riders in front 6-0 here, 8:38 to go in the opening quarter. Jacob Feeker on to attempt the extra point. The kick is up. The kick is through the uprights. We'll take a timeout. Martins Ferry strikes first, leading 7-0 on your WVU Medicine scoreboard.
For the hearts that love, for the ones who care, heart to heart, hand in hand.
Huddle up, huddle up. There's so many high school football games. It's time to go big. It's time to bring in the veteran.
It's time for Sports Friday on the go.
The biggest games in the Ohio Valley, all in one place.
Never miss what's happening in the night's biggest games, from the opening kickoff to the final whistle.
All through your smartphone on the WTOV9 News 9 app and on the WTOV9 YouTube channel.
Sports Friday on the go!
Stream live Friday at 7 p.m.
Martins Ferry leading Shadyside 7-0 on your WVU Medicine scoreboard. Bordas and Bordas Thursday Night Lights season opener, and Martins Ferry off to a good start.
Just your base play in the offense. Lead back kicks out. Everybody's blocking down, and once Williams gets into the open, nobody's going to catch him.
Set now for another Ohio Valley buy here, pay here kickoff. Beaker will tee things up after kicking the extra point for Justin Kropka's Purple Riders. And Martins Ferry will look to answer this opening score by Martins Ferry. Kick away and taken at the 23-yard line. Hit immediately taken down. Barnett's in there and a host of others. Also number 34, I believe, for Martins Ferry in there. That's Thieker, the kicker.
It's Caden Baker returning the kick, number 31.
So good work special teams-wise for Martins Ferry. Covered the kickoff there, and it's another First Choice America Community Federal Credit Union first down. Shadyside with the football for their second possession. Again, very young Shadyside squad here for head coach Mike Kernick. Only 7 seniors, just like Martins Ferry. They also have 18 freshmen for the start in this lineup. A run up the middle, positive yardage pickup of 3. Again for the sophomore tailback, Ace Nelson.
They replaced the entire backfield. Every skill position is being replaced from last year. So we see a lot of new faces and some young faces.
And down the road, that's great right now.
Yeah.
It still can be okay, but like I tell Coach Kernick, in 3 or 4 years, you're going to really like where you're standing.
And with 18 freshmen, it shows he's doing something right. He's getting people interested in the program. He's getting young ones out.
Absolutely. We got some movement there. And it's going to back the Tigers up 5 yards. And our referee, Rennie Cousineau. Ball back to the 28-yard line. Put it behind the sticks now. Second down and 11 for Shadyside. The rest of the officiating crew, including Pete Tamborello, John Timko, Rick Moore, Vince Levi, and Donnie Madzai. Second and 11 for Shadyside. Kritz in motion. They give it to Kritz. Kritz leaps one defender, and look at that. Gets up across the 30, near the 35-yard line. Looked to be in trouble, but a good athletic move by Kritz to pick up good yardage.
Yeah, they brought that deep motion and gave the ball on some type of cross-buck action, and there's penetration into the backfield. We're going to see it here, but he makes a real nice athletic move up and over and gets a number of yards out of it.
Giles got into the backfield, but again, Kritz, as we look there on our Ohio Valley Honda replay, picks up some good yardage. It's now 3rd and 5. He picked up 6 yards. So certainly a manageable situation here for the Tigers. Looking to throw across the middle. Incomplete. And it'll be 4th down.
Nice throw. Just couldn't hang on to it. Decent coverage from Martins Ferry. Good choice. Get beyond the sticks. Get that first down.
So punt time again for the Tigers. A look again on your Ohio Valley Honda replay. Time to throw. Just couldn't quite complete the play.
Couldn't quite hang on.
It's early. It's early in the season.
I thought the quarterback made a good choice where he's going to throw the ball. He finds the open hole.
Back deep, Kevin Williams, who had the 50-yard touchdown run for Martins Ferry here in that opening quarter. High kick. It'll bounce and angle towards the sideline. Out of bounds, nice punt. It'll go out at the 25-yard line here with 6:43 to go in the opening quarter on our Bordas and Bordas scoreboard. Martins Ferry in front of Shadyside, 7-0.
25 was a starting position the last drive for Martins Ferry. 5 or 6 plays, they put it in the end zone. I'm sure that 3-stack that Shadyside is running, they're going to make some adjustments to handle that off-tackle power.
Again, the ball at to the 25-yard line. A First Choice America Community Federal Credit Union first down. Barnett will go out wide. Ludoff under center. The fullback is Shane. And here is Tevin Williams once again. Williams gets it to the outside, and it's off to the races again for Tevin Williams. He's got a 50-yard touchdown. How about a 75-yard touchdown for the senior, Tevin Williams? It's 13-0.
Once he catches daylight, he's going to be hard to catch.
Absolutely, that is another Labor's Local 809 touchdown. The Purple Rider Marching Band and students are liking it. It's 13-0. 2 touchdowns for Tevin Williams.
We're going to see the replay. There it goes again. Block down, kick out, find the opening, and run to daylight.
How about that fullback, Lucas Shane?
Oh, he's looked good on all these power plays.
Extra point good. We'll take a timeout. 6:31 to go in the opening quarter. 14-0 Ferry on your WVU Medicine scoreboard.
People always ask me, why should I call Mr. Reuter Plumbing? Here's why. Our owner, Bob Bill, learned plumbing from his father, who started plumbing in 1964. His father taught him to do it the right way the first time, and that's what Bob passes on to all of our plumbing technicians today. If you need a plumber, get it done right the first time. Call Mr. Reuter Plumbing. Always available with over 50 trucks on the road and financing available for big and small jobs. Why Mr. Reuter? Because you deserve the best.
Elevate your roofing expectations with Matusi Roofing. With over 20 years of experience, we're your trustworthy roofing partner. We offer residential and commercial roofing, rubber roofing, roof repairs, chimney repointing and sealing, gutters, and top quality service. Call Matusi Roofing because every roof deserves perfection.
St. Andrews, the greatest place to show where the game is going as the world looks to the last major of the year. The AIG Women's Open on NBC and Peacock, part of the greatest summer of golf.
14-0 Martin Ferry on 2. Tevin Williams, long touchdown runs. He has a 50-yarder, and now here he has a 75-yarder.
Again, we talked about the block down of the offensive line and the kick out of the fullback, Lucas Shane, and, it makes it look easy.
And the tight ends, Nate Wasman and Alex Reese,
That is linemen blocking down, double teaming, basic power play football.
Ohio Valley buy here, pay here. Kickoff once again for Feaker. This one taken again by Baker at the 19-yard line. And looking to get around and taken down just across the 25-yard line. Flag down near the 43-yard line on the return. 6:24 to go here in the opening quarter. Purple Riders in front, 14-0 on 2. Tevin Williams, touchdown runs.
It's Cole Kennedy in on the tackle for Martins Ferry.
And
Number
a flag
12.
on the Tigers will back them up here on the return as well. They will be back. Block below the waist. And the ball sitting there just inside the 15 to the 14-yard line.
14-yard line.
It's early in the season. I got to get my math down straight. You know what I mean? I'm looking. I got to figure it all out again.
Especially when you were going half the distance.
Yeah, exactly. So first down and 10. Back at the 14 for the Tigers. Dump it off. Incomplete. Second down upcoming here for the Tigers. And you have although still young Martins Ferry team, just 7 seniors, a lot of these guys that aren't seniors, you can consider them veterans now. They got a lot of great time last year, including the guy you saw there, R.J. Welshans. He's only a sophomore, but he's got great experience there.
We talked about these linemen. There's not one senior lineman in their top 10 rotation. So that's great for the future and great for this year when you have that kind of skill around you. It's like intentional grounding.
On the Tigers.
Yes.
The quarterback got banged up, so they're going to have to get someone else here warmed up as they're doing there on the 40-yard line for the Shadyside Tigers. It's a freshman. It's Bryce Sloan who competed with Johnson for the starting quarterback role this season. While we have a timeout, we want to tell you about Sports Friday on the go. The biggest games in the Valley all in one place. Never miss what's happening on the night's biggest games. All from your smart device on the WTOV News 9 app. Also on the WTOV9 YouTube channel. Stream it live Fridays at 7 p.m. It's Bill Phillips and Dawn Sloan live in our digital content center. We check in with different matchups. We'll keep scores updated as well on the Sports Ticker. And it's brand new Sports Friday on the go beginning tomorrow night at 7 o'clock. It'll go till about 9:30 during the first 10 weeks of this high school football season.
It's a nice thing. Everybody will have the opportunity to see multiple games throughout the Ohio Valley updated.
Absolutely. Should be a lot of fun. I know Dawn and Bill are super excited about it. And
we'll get Sloan back
if
on
you
television.
if you missed the nacho, man, all you got to do is download that WTOV9 app. Sit there, whether you're at the game, at home, sitting in the backyard.
That's right.
I mean, who else would you want with you other than Bill and Dawn?
A Nacho Man reunion.
Absolutely. Here are the Tigers running it with Ace Nelson and a host of Purple Riders. Welshan's in there, Wasman as well, along with number 60, Tayson Palmer.
Tried to run stretch play outside, short side of the field, and a lot of speed on that Martins Ferry defense. Stopped it at about not much of a gain.
Third down and 17, so the Tigers are still backed up, and this Purple Rider defense looking to keep it there and get the offense in great field position here as the clock runs 5:43 and counting in the opening quarter. 53 on this Martins Ferry roster for head coach Justin Kropka. Trouble in the end zone. Sloan gets rid of it, completes it, but taken out of bounds right around the line of scrimmage. And that's Gavin Mulvey, number 19, on the stop for Martins Ferry.
You know, they showed a lot of composure for a young freshman in there. He's getting a lot of pressure. Bryce Sloan got away from it and found the outlet receiver.
So punt time here again for the Tigers. Martins Ferry with 2 offensive possessions and 2 Tevin Williams touchdown runs. He's standing back at the 40-yard line. Great field position upcoming for Martins Ferry. Takes it on the run. And here he goes. Sticks up to the 32-yard line. Sloan was in there, one of the guys on the stop for the Shadyside Tigers.
Great field position, you know, on your opponent's 30. They've been starting from the 25, the 20, and so on. Now they're starting deep into Shadyside territory.
Tomorrow night, Bordas and Bordas Friday Night Rivals, a historic night at Nelson Field in Bel Air. The first night game as the Big Reds host Buckeye Local. It's live on Fox 9 at 7 p.m. The lights look great. They're ready to roll in Bel Air, and it should be a fun night. You'll be there, Coach Tony Filiberto, along with Jack Hillgrove. New head coach for Buckeye Local, longtime Lindsley offensive coordinator Chris Kedash taking over the Panther program. Looking to throw it. Ludoff going deep downfield. Open behind the defense. Touchdown, Maurice Barnett.
You know, I talked to some coaches earlier. I said, if you can run the ball off tackle and then fake it there and throw the ball vertical down the field, that's exactly what happened just now. If we'll see the replay, they fake the power play inside. He pulls up, a single receiver just outruns the defenders, wide open. You're getting single coverage.
Aiden Ludoff's first touchdown pass of the season. Look there on your Ohio Valley Honda replay. It's another Labor Local 809 touchdown. The extra point is good. 3 possessions, 3 touchdowns for the Purple Riders here with 4:46 to go in the opening quarter. It's 21-0. If you can run the ball, you got a quarterback like Aiden Ludoff who can throw it and some weapons to throw to, which he has. Well, this is your result so far.
That run game is so good. You have to come down and defend it. You can't double your perimeter guys, and Martins Ferry has great speed out there, so they're going to get single coverage, and you'll take your chance on that 50-50 ball, and he just outran the coverage.
Ohio Valley buy here, pay here kickoff. Jacob Feeker getting a good workout here for Martins Ferry, the kicker. He's kicked 3 extra points and has been out on a few kickoffs with these touchdowns scored by Martins Ferry so far.
He's the 3rd leading scorer in this game.
Yeah, absolutely. The 3rd phase of the game, always important as well, and Feeker's taking care of business so far for Martins Ferry.
You know, for years, my wife, on the first day of practice, I come home and say, you got a kicker this year, because she knew how many games we struggled without one.
Or are you going for two?
Or you're going for two.
Here's the kick. Taken at the 20-yard line for the Tigers. The freshman Michael Hendershot taken down at the 29. Hendershot, a freshman. Like I said, 18 freshmen on this Shadyside roster. 4 are starting, and technically 5 when you talk about Bryce Sloan now taking over at quarterback.
Sure. It looked like Jacob Thieker, number 35, was in on that tackle.
First Choice America. Federal Credit Union, first down. And 10 for the Tigers. Looking to get something going here. This is a young Shadyside squad looking to get their footing against a big, experienced Martins Ferry squad. Wasman in there, and then a host of riders rush in for the stop. Nowhere to go for Shadyside on that play. Ferry's defense certainly up to the task so far.
Tried to run that outside stretch so that wing back coming in motion, similar to like a spin series type thing. But Martins Ferry's just way too fast to the point.
R.J. Welshans, sophomore, also starting on that offensive line. Ludoff out there in the secondary. Jacoby Thomas out at a corner. Jamel Smith in the lineup, one of those seniors for Ferry. Pressure comes and a big hit. The ball pops loose. Picked back up by Shadyside. And nowhere to go. Alex Reese.
A lot of pressure from Alex Reese. You know, he's an all-stater, 6'6", 220. A lot of Division I offers. A lot of pressure on this young quarterback, and you know, he's just a terrific athlete.
6'6", 200 pounds, 13 sacks last season. All-Ohioan.
We're going to see it here. There's the pressure. Well, we got a couple of them
Lucas
there.
Shane as well.
That's correct.
And we've seen do some good work blocking at fullback so far. That'll bring up a third down and 38. Ball loose in the end zone. Taken down in the end zone. That's a safety. Jamel Smith. Who else is in there? Malachi Giles, number 70.
Yep. Now, he's a young one, I think. It's only a sophomore, Malachi Giles.
He is a 6', 245-pound sophomore, making 23-0.
Right, and I know Coach Croppa is really high on him. Thinks he's going to be a superstar here in the next couple of years.
He's got a few of those young guys, real good young football players on this team. And so now Ferry will get the football, leading 23-0. 3:04 to go here in the opening quarter. Opening nights of the Ohio High School football season. Hard to believe it's here, but before you know it, it's going to be gone as well. Fastest 10 weeks.
It's amazing. It's the fastest 10 weeks for a lot of people watching a game. Some coaches, it's a long 10.
It depends on the year, right? Did you have a lot of long 10 weeks or quick 10 weeks?
Very fortunate. I had a lot of quick 10 weeks.
You did.
We had a few long ones, but we had most of the time they were quick 10.
Had a lot of extra football.
Yeah.
Playoff football as well. I know you'll be looking forward to next week's Thursday night lights broadcast. You've seen both sides of the rivalry. We're high, Oakland. That'll be next week.
Yeah, I was in that game 31 times, I think. So.
That's next week's matchup on the Bordas and Bordas Thursday night lights. Rivalry to open up the West Virginia high school football season.
And what's better than the local rivalry to start our season?
Right, no matter the outcome, no matter the kind of game it is, there's always excitement around the rivalries.
Sure.
And just to get things going here.
These kids here live 8, 9, 10 miles apart.
Ohio Valley buy here, pay here kickoff. We have whistles on that kickoff.
I don't see any flags, but
I did not either. I just heard the sound of the whistle. They try it again. Gavin Balmer handling the kicking duties for Shadyside. And Rennie Cousinu, your referee.
He may have kicked before the referee gave him the signal.
No flag, they said. So they're just going to re-kick it here
at
the 20-yard line. Again, this coming after the safety for Martins Ferry to extend the lead to 23-0. Jacoby Thomas is back, along with Tevin Williams. And Joaquin Cox, it'll be falling on there at the 47-yard line by Elijah Roby, a talented freshman for Martins Ferry. And time for another First Choice Community Federal Credit Union first down. And Martins Ferry's offense looking good so far. 2 rushing scores by Tevin Williams. And it opens up that pass with Aiden Ludoff finding Maurice Barnett on that last Ferry drive.
Right. You know, a lot of skill here in this upper class of Martins Ferry. Good, tough young linemen. I think this could be a very, very good football team late in the season especially.
Off to a good start as well, 23-0. Handed off to the freshman Joaquin Cox. His first high school carry. Off to the races. Joaquin Cox is in for the Martins Ferry touchdown, 47 yards.
What a way to start your high school rushing career. Again, power play. If you watch the backside guard and pulled and kicked out, the fullback kicked out, we're going to see the replay there. You'll see the guard, 61. You see the fullback, Shane, kicking out, and the cutback out of the running back.
And the receivers
nice blocking
downfield. Barnett. Ohio Valley Honda replay
total
shows
team
it to
effort.
you.
Yep.
And a Laborers local 809 touchdown. The extra point once again by Feeker, up and good. It's 30-0 here in the opening quarter. Martins Ferry clicking on all cylinders here in this opening quarter of the 2024 high school football season. And Coach Kropka super high on the freshman Joaquin Cox.
Absolutely.
Often as coaches, you don't always talk about the freshmen going into the season.
Right.
You want to wait for them to prove themselves. He does not shy away talking about Joaquin Cox. He says he has the potential to be one of the best here if we do things the right way,
If we do things the right, that's correct. He has all the talent in the world, but we have to remember, we have to be a little sympathetic to this kid. Even if he has an 18, 19-year-old body, he's still a 14, 15-year-old kid that needs to develop himself.
And as we saw, great team effort on that touchdown run.
Sure.
Great run, but you see guys like Wasman, the tight end, blocking, and all of them doing their job, and it creates room for the freshman to get loose, and he puts together an impressive 47-yard touchdown run on his first varsity carry. Ohio Valley, buy here, pay here, kickoff. You know his name by now. It's Jacob Feeker. Said it a few times. And taking it about the 15-yard line. Freshman Michael Hendershot on the return. Gets a block downfield. And Hendershot up to the 40-yard line. Good work by the Tigers. Aiden Miller, a sophomore, on the block to help spring loose the freshman Michael Hendershot.
Jacoby Thomas in on that tackle, number 2.
They give the Tigers some nice field position here to work with.
Nice block downfield. Good special teams play.
Regardless of the score, it is super early in the season, and you want to continue to build.
You play to play. You give the best effort every play. You don't look at the scoreboard.
First down and 10 for Mike Kernick's Tigers. Ball at the 40-yard line. Ace Nelson in the backfield behind the quarterback, Sloan. And he gets away from one tackle and dives forward, gets a couple yards on first down. Nelson, sophomore, tailback. There's assistant coach Greg Bain giving some kudos to Wasman.
There you go.
Coach Bain, the longtime Steubenville Catholic Central state champion head coach.
Does a great job.
One of his former players and state champions, Mike Orlando, bringing Cincinnati McNicholas to Harding Stadium tomorrow night to take on Big Red in that season opener. Talked to Coach Orlando earlier today. I know he's super excited about the opportunity to bring his kids to the Valley, to his home. Sloan gets rid of it. Complete to Nelson. Nelson up to the line of scrimmage.
Tyson Palmer in on that tackle. A lot of good defenders out there running to the football.
Palmer, a junior, returning starter for the Purple Riders. Clock winding down in this opening quarter on your Bordas and Bordas scoreboard.
he got most of his time as an inside backer last year, and I think coming into the season, that's where they thought he was going to be, but decided to move to the defensive end. It looks like a pretty good choice right now.
It'll be 3rd down and 10 when we return to action. Again, the freshman, Bryce Sloan, in for Jaden Johnson, who had to leave the game with an injury a couple series ago. Pressure in a hurry. Welshans comes in a hurry.
Tried to run a little slip screen out into there, but 3 Martins Ferry defenders there to defend the football.
It seemed like when the ball got back to the quarterback, Welshans was already there.
Already there, yep.
4th and 10. With 1:14 to go here in the opening quarter.
Nice
kick away, nice punt taken. And nice work on the other side there, special teams wise by Sloan to trip up the returner.
Like number 77, Trent Walkerchick. And on that tackle on the punt.
For the Riders, Martins Ferry, another 1st down and 10, ball at the 35-yard line. We've got 3 rushing scores, 1 passing score here in the opening quarter. 1:06 to go, 30-0 Riders here in the opening quarter. Rob Metzger along with Tony Filberto. The opening game of the Ohio high school football season. With a 6:30 start, this may very well be the opening game of the Ohio high school football season anywhere. Delay a game on the change of possession. It'll cost them 5 yards.
Looks like Joaquin Cox is lined up a tailback again. That offset eye.
And this time Ludoff looking to throw some pressure coming in, gets rid of it. And incomplete. Second down and 15 upcoming here for Martins Ferry. After the incomplete pass, and Shadyside bringing some good pressure there.
Yeah, he ran the power action, was going to pull up and half roll it and slip to the back or the backside drag, and had good pressure.
2nd and 15. A minute to go here in the opening quarter. Ferry with the 30-0 lead. Ludoff gets rid of it, finds Reese. First down yardage and more. Alex Reese up to the 45-yard line. I believe it is, yes, enough for a first down. Martins Ferry, you see in the background, 728 all-time wins, 117 years of football. What a great tradition here. And Justin Kropka coming back home has really helped get things on track. The numbers are up again now this year, 53 on the roster, and things are looking up for Martins Ferry football. Aiden Ludoff takes the snap, hands it off. Here's Joaquin Cox. In a bit of trouble, but he breaks away. Joaquin Cox, he's off to the races again. Cox at the 25, 20, 10, 5, touchdown, Purple Riders.
He did a lot of that on his own. He got some congestion in the backfield, came back against the pressure, made a couple great athletic moves, then turned the speed on.
Joaquin Cox, his second. Having himself a nice debut.
Pretty good average per carry.
The Labor's local 809 touchdown. This extra point no good.
Got under it a little bit.
15 seconds to go. Let's look at it again. Ohio Valley on the replay. This is...
You'll see. Wow. Yeah, he ran into a lot of congestion there. Comes back against the pressure. Breaks 3 tackles. And look at the awareness of the rest of the Martins Ferry guys picking up blocks.
Even Ludoff, the quarterback, getting in there, getting a body on a Tiger, and Cox goes 47 yards.
Martins Ferry's team's got some speed.
That they do.
It's hard to beat speed.
So Mike Kernick's Tigers right now trailing 36-0. Again, like we talked about earlier, when you got a young team, I mean, it's hard to put the scoreboard in the background, but there's a lot of football to be played, not only in this game, but in this season with a young team as you build forward.
I'm looking out there. He's starting 2 freshmen on offense, 3 freshmen on defense, and that's great for the future. Unfortunately, you got to play tonight.
Ohio Valley, buy here, pay here, kickoff. Taken at the 22-yard line. A Baker. And in on that stop for Martins Ferry, that's number 35. For the Riders, the Caden Holmes. 9 seconds on the clock here in the opening quarter. First choice Community Federal Credit Union, first down and 10 for Shadyside. Again with the freshman Bryce Sloan now working at quarterback. Tigers up front, 3 returning starters from last year. Again, most of the skill guys that you're talking about all new. And stacked up again.
Lucas Shane, Malachi Giles, right in there.
And that's going to bring an end to the quarter number 1 here, the high school football season in the state of Ohio. Martins Ferry in command, 36-0 on your WVU Medicine scoreboard. We'll take a timeout and more when we return.
When it comes to severe weather season, you need the experts who are everywhere. The Severe Weather Team 9 experts, giving you life-saving information before the storm, equipping you and your family with safety plans so you are ready when the forecast calls for strong winds, flooding, and even tornadoes. Before, during, and after the storm, you'll be confident that you're getting the most important and accurate information. That's the News 9 promise you'll only get from the Severe Weather Team 9 experts.
DeFelice Brothers Pizza serving lunch specials Monday through Friday, 11 to 2. Carry out your choice of a small one-topping pizza, calzone, sub, or salad, plus a 20-ounce drink for $9.99. Order for delivery and it's just $12 with a David's cookie, too. Call or go online.
The Center of Music and Art is your one-stop shop for all things creative. We provide instruction so you can obtain total command of your instrument with confidence. So whether if you're a beginner or a pro, we feature the top brands and the best boutique brands in the business. And to keep your gear in tip-top shape, our band, orchestra, pro audio, and all things string repair department is ready to service your instrument issues. So come on down and let's make a deal. The Center of Music and Art.
Tonight, the eyes of the nation are on Kamala Harris as she takes center stage at the Democratic National Convention. Her vision for the country and her message to voters. Join NBC News for special coverage tonight on NBC.
I like to know what my patients are experiencing, to feel how they're feeling. I choose to walk with them, find a path forward when nobody else will.
NBC's Brilliant Minds, September 23rd. Set your DVR.
DeFelice Brothers Pizza serving lunch specials Monday through Friday, 11 to 2. Carry out your choice of a small one-topping pizza, calzone, sub, or salad, plus a 20-ounce drink for $9.99. Order for delivery and it's just $12 with a David's cookie, too. Call or go online.
The Bordas and Bordas Thursday Night Lights on WTOV 9 is sponsored by Mr. Rooter, the Center of Music and Art, Trinity Health Systems, DeFelice Brothers Pizza, Local Union 495 Plumbers and Pipe Fitters, and McAdoo Towing and Crane Service.
A dominating opening quarter for Martins Ferry, 36-0 your score. And another look at freshman Joaquin Cox's second touchdown where he broke multiple tackles. Took it 46 yards. The other one went 47. And he's got 2. Tevin Williams has 2 scores. And Aiden Ludoff has a touchdown pass to Maurice Barnett. and a safety as well, adding up to 36 to nothing.
If you watch him coming down the sidelines, very natural. He took the ball to the outside arm when he felt the pressure coming from the inside. Does things naturally. He's only a freshman.
And again, his talent will allow them to show off the versatility of Tevin Williams.
Right.
Very good tailback, but he can catch the ball. They're going to line him up out wide this season. You'll see him out there as well, along with Alex Reese and the other receivers on the roster. They're going to throw it. Incomplete is the pass. Going to bring up second, actually third and 17.
Go back to the 26-yard line. 3rd and 17 for the Tigers.
11:55 to go here early on in quarter number 2 on your Bordas and Bordas scoreboard. The Bordas and Bordas Thursday Night Lights live on WTOV9.
Yeah, this freshman quarterback's doing a nice job in there against a good, experienced Martins Ferry football team. Shows a lot of composure, got a great future in front of him.
Well, to delay a game here. We'll back on 5, and I believe we'll call it. They waved to get the timeout. They called the timeout before the clock hit 0. The no flag, it's the timeout for Shadyside here early on in quarter number 2. Justin Kropka, 3rd season, back at his alma mater. Was a successful long time at Harrison Central. An assistant at Wheeling University.
Spent some time at
John Marshall as head coach before coming home to Martins Ferry. While we have a moment, again, I want to remind you about Sports Friday on the go. That's right, on the go. Bill Phillips and Don Sloan will be inside your phone, inside your mobile device. Is that a scary thought? I don't think so. I think it's great. And they're going to be there on Friday night, 7 o'clock. Bring you game updates as they happen from 5 select games, 5 of the top games across the valley. Also updated scores from 7 till about 9:30 each Friday night, the first 10 Friday nights of the high school football season. Sports Friday on the go. Be sure to download that WTOV News 9 app. In the backfield, a flag is thrown towards the end of the play. But a sack in the backfield, a big loss there. And defensively for Martins Ferry, it is Clayton Snyder.
Horse collar. Thought he might call a horse collar on that. It's a personal foul. It'll give him 15 yards.
Another look here on your team quick lane instant replay. That'll move the football. All the way up to the 41-yard line. So instead of 3rd and long, it's definitely 3rd and manageable now.
Very manageable.
3rd and 2. 3rd down and 2 for Shadyside. Tigers looking to pick up a first down here early on in quarter number 2. Then Trenton Marling out wide to the top side of the formation. Receiver set. And a man in motion in the backfield as they hand it off to Ace Nelson, who was hit.
Well, it looks like first down yard.
But he gets the first down. Good work by Nelson. Hit initially by Taysom Palmer, was able to keep the momentum going and pick up first down yardage of Mr. Reuter. First down and 10.
Good downhill run. They knew where the sticks were. He said, I got to run through that defender. I got to get the first down for my team, and he did that.
Justin Kropka looking on with his team in control, but of course always coaching, just like we said on the other side, it's still early.
It's early.
And there's a lot of, in this season, lots of ways you can grow and get better no matter the score. Low snap here, trouble for the Tigers, and Sloan will just have to fall on it back at the 25. Tigers will have Shenandoah coming to Tigertown next week. The Zeps, their head coach now, Mac McClain, will debut tomorrow night at home against the Edison Wildcats.
Spent all those years at Brook High School. Now he's down in Ohio.
So the Zaps will be coming to Shadyside next week. Ferry will be here again against the River Pilots, who are playing tonight right now on the road against Colonel Crawford. Another team quick lane, instant replay. So it's now 2nd and 28. With the clock rolling here on the Bordas and Bordas scoreboard. In the air, deflected, incomplete on the coverage, Jamel Smith.
Nearly intercepted. He thought he had a shot at picking that ball, just didn't hang on to it.
To 3rd and 28 upcoming here for the Tigers of Shadyside. 9:55 to go here in the opening half. Of course, the Dylan Cleland standing by for your Wendy's halftime report in a bit. Scholar Athlete of the Week and more to be featured at halftime, along with first half highlights of this game, along with Bridgeport opening up at home tonight against Frontier. Here's Ace Nelson on the carry, taken down by Jace Mahoney, one of those seniors. Great team player, according to Coach Kropka, who we'll actually get a chance to hear from coming up at halftime. Right. Mahoney holding on.
Hanging on.
Getting the stop. Quick team, quick lane, replay, showing it to you from above. It's 4th down and 28, punt formation now. And Maurice Barnett back deep for Martins Ferry. High kick. And down at the 43-yard line. 42-yard line. So Mr. Reuter first down for the Purple Riders. So as I mentioned, we'll be hosting River coming up next week. River tied right now on the road at Colonel Crawford 7-0. And Bridgeport scoreless in the opening quarter. Martins Ferry. First down and 10 with that 36-0 lead.
Yeah, we haven't seen well, here comes Tevin Williams. They're lining up as a wide out.
Now he will split out wide.
Right.
With Cox to the left of the quarterback, Aiden Ludoff. Quick throw out to Williams, who takes it. Looking for a block downfield, and he will have first down yardage. A 10-yard pickup for Williams on the reception.
Right, just fast screen, turn and throw it, hitch, whatever you want to call it. Get your blockers out in front of you and get 10 yards.
Mr. Reuter, first down for the Purple Riders. Who take it into Tiger territory. Keenan Lucy, number 7.
It's like we're
sophomore.
Up. Yep.
Handoff to Tevin Williams. Williams looking to bust it to the outside. Stiff on. And Tevin Williams makes a move. 20, 15, 10, 5. Touchdown. Purple Riders.
Great athletic move. I think we've seen this play a couple of times, and we've seen the same result a couple of times also. When we get back to it, we'll see it's a base power play, pull the backside guard, lead the fullback, and let him run to daylight.
Labor's Local 809, touchdown. Number 3 for Tevin Williams. This one 46 yards. And we'll look at it again on your team.
You'll see the backside guard 50 pulling, fullback leading. Now watch the blocking coming downfield now. You got a lot of people down here picking up some blocks, making it work.
And Williams, a great individual effort as well to get into the end zone for that touchdown.
They pulled it back.
I did not see that.
I didn't either.
That was a...
We were so excited about that run.
We looked all the way downfield, and we got the whole back at midfield, so take it off the board. We were looking all the way down there, didn't see a thing.
Didn't see a thing.
Heard the cannon go off and everything. The back in midfield.
They're going to try it again.
Cox. Joaquin Cox spins out of trouble, holds onto the football, takes it up to the 35-yard line.
Same play, different back.
Fritz on the stop for the Tigers. It will be first down yardage once again. Looking at the numbers for Williams, and all of a sudden you look up and they're standing in midfield, and it's coming back.
Back to their base two-back offense. Fullback.
Lucas Shane up to the 25-yard line.
Probably run a little inside quick trap, and everybody block back, pull the backside guard, and kick across. Give it to the fullback.
And they will move the sticks. First down for Martins Ferry. Mr. Reuter first down once again for the Riders. Send Barnett out wide, top side. Williams in the backfield. Again, they go to the fullback, Lucas Shane. And Shane, good work, Shadyside defensively. Coming up with the stop.
Fullbacks in the eye like that play, because a lot of times they're back there blocking and so on for the tailback to get to the ball, but you get that quick inside handoff, that quick inside trap. That's a good play for the big fullback.
Trenton Marling on that stop for Shadyside. Picked up 2 yards, second down and 8. Clock continuing to run here near the 7-minute mark of the second quarter. 36-0 your score after the long Williams touchdown run was called back. And Williams will split out wide here, along with Barnett. And Alex Reese split out to the near sideline wide. Big 6'6" target. Ludoff will swing it out to Williams. Williams to make a move. He does.
Move.
Gets a block downfield. And once again, will pick up first down yardage.
Yeah, they've run that twice. Each time he's gained about 10 yards. Fast screen, turn, throw him the football. It's as good as a toss sweep. It's an outside run play.
Checking back, no flags. They'll move the sticks once again. First down and 10. Mr. Reuter first down for Martins Ferry. Barnett checks out. Cole Kennedy checks in. Williams will check out as well. Joaquin Cox back in there with a couple of touchdown runs. He'll be checking out as well. Now, a little personnel little mix-up. They're going to call a timeout. Justin Kropka does here with 6:12 to go. We'll take a timeout with them. 36-0 Martins Ferry in control here against Shadyside on your WVU Medicine scoreboard. We'll be right back.
For the hearts that love, for the ones who care, heart to heart, hand in hand.
Hey, Greg, did you know some people still don't know everything about the Appliance Connection? What? Yeah, how they service everything they sell. Yep. And how they have new scratch and dent and used appliances. What the heck? And how they've served the Ohio Valley for over 25 years. Wow! It's crazy how people would shop for appliances anywhere else.
Remember, you can trust your local experts at the Appliance Connection.
Martins Ferry leads it 36-0 on your WVU Medicine scoreboard. Bordas and Bordas, Thursday Night Lights. The opener here at Martins Ferry. The Purple Riders in control here, leading 36-0 against the very young Shadyside squad. And Aiden Clegg, another of those 18 freshmen in this Tiger roster, varsity-wise. First and 10 at the 13-yard line. Ludoff hands it off. Jace Mahoney is into the end zone for the Purple Rider touchdown.
It's the third tailback that's run that play for a touchdown.
Labor's Local 809 touchdown for Jace Mahoney, who we saw make a defensive play, and now the senior gets into the end zone, stays in on the extra point team.
Coach Kropka says he's the total team player, man. He's there for everything.
He absolutely is, and he's rewarded with a touchdown on opening night in his senior season. Extra point good again by Feker. 43-0. We'll take another timeout. 6:05 to go here in the opening half.
People always ask me, why should I call Mr. Rooter Plumbing? Here's why. Our owner, Bob Bill, learned plumbing from his father, who started plumbing in 1964. His father taught him to do it the right way the first time, and that's what Bob passes on to all of our plumbing technicians today. If you need a plumber, get it done right the first time. Call Mr. Rooter Plumbing. Always available with over 50 trucks on the road and financing available for big and small jobs. Why Mr. Rooter? Because you deserve the best.
Picture this. It's Labor Day weekend. How are you spending it? Chores? Catching up on some Z's? Why not spend the holidays saving a lot? By finally getting that piece you love at a price you'll love even more. But only during our Labor Day sale. Sounds like a good way to spend a holiday. At Value City Furniture, you don't have to picture it. You can experience it.
43-0. Martins Ferry in front of Shadyside on your WVU Medicine scoreboard. Another Rider touchdown. This one scored by Jace Mahoney, a senior, who we will hear from here shortly on our Wendy's halftime report as our DeFelice Brothers Pizza Scholar Athlete of the Week. It looks like high school football here. It's great to see people standing around, enjoying the great weather, watching football.
What a great night.
It's back, and the weather outstanding. I know it's going to get a little warmer next week. So I will sit back and enjoy the fact that we're not up here sweating right now. Ohio Valley buy here, pay here. Kickoff. The return. Jamel Smith.
Good coverage by Martins Ferry.
He stopped. 5:57 to go until that Wendy's halftime report with Dylan Cleveland live in studio.
It's a beautiful stadium here at Martins Ferry. They haven't missed a beat on anything.
Dylan keeping tabs on this game and others, as he'll do in every game broadcast, to bring you that Wendy's halftime show. Many more highlights, of course, tomorrow night as well on the first Friday night of the Ohio high school football season. 1st and 10 at the 24-yard line. And they're going to run it. Nice pickup of about 4 yards for the Tigers. Another one of the young backs getting in there for the Shadyside Tigers is Colton Wallace, a freshman.
Using a lot of freshmen tonight. There's 3 or 4 now on offense and at least that many on defense.
Bridgeport Bulldogs down the road on Route 7, taking the lead over Frontier 6-0 in quarter number 2. Jack Kilgrove's there. We'll have highlights, of course, halftime highlights coming up with the Wendy's halftime show, and full highlights tonight on News 9. Debut for new head coach Andrew Yawn at Bridgeport. Tigers looking to run it, but Feker, who's been busy kicking, playing on defense and comes up with a stop there with some help of his teammates. Alex Carpino, number 74, and more. 3rd down and 6. Upcoming here for the Tigers, who again lost their starting quarterback early, sophomore Jaden Johnson, to injury. So in the ball game, a freshman for Shadyside at quarterback, Bryce Sloan. And he's looking to throw it. In trouble, taken down to the turf. It's Carpino, the sophomore, 5'9", 265-pounder. And that'll bring up the 4th down.
Both teams getting a lot of new faces in on the field.
Right.
Getting good playing time early in this game.
So punt time here for the Tigers. So we have a look at our team quick lane replay. And
there's a good shot of Carpino right there, 74.
Comes up with the stomp of the backfield, and back deep is Elijah Roby, freshman for Martins Ferry.
We got a whistle.
We do have a whistle. .346 on that second quarter clock.
Not sure what the whistle was for.
No flag. It's 4th and 18. Roby back deep. Punt's blocked and in the end zone. They fall on it. And how about that for the Purple Riders? A special teams score. Santino Diardo with the Livers Local 809 touchdown.
5'11", 195-pound junior.
Coach Bain congratulates him.
Right.
After the big special teams play, the block punt, recover it in the end zone. And Feeker in to attempt another extra points.
We'll short somebody.
Going to get the right number of guys in there for the extra point attempts. Kick is up, and the kick is good once again for Feeker, who has made all but one of the extra point attempts tonight, making it even 50-0 here with 3:36 to go until halftime. Tomorrow, we got an exciting night in Bel Air, the first night game at Nelson Field ever. The Big Reds with the lights ready to shine on Friday nights on the Bordas and Bordas Friday Night Rivals. They'll host the Buckeye Local Panthers and first-year head coach Chris Kedash, Jack Hillgrove, and my partner Tony Filberto on the call of that one from Nelson Field on a Friday night. How about that?
Under the lights. Never before.
And it's not just lights. They flash red. They flash... it's all...
I
got
saw
it
some
all.
previews, yeah. How exciting.
So that's tomorrow night. Live on Fox 9 at 7 p.m. And again, remember, all of our games also streaming online. So if you aren't at a TV, that's okay. You got friends and family out of town. Remember, we will be streaming on our WTOV News 9 Facebook page, the WTOV News 9 YouTube channel, also on our website, WTOV9.com. Really, anywhere you are, you can check out the action on the Bordas and Bordas Thursday Night Lights and Friday Night Rivals.
A lot of great exposure for these young kids in the Ohio Valley.
Ohio Valley, buy here, pay here. Thanks again to all of the businesses who help bring you this action week in and week out. On the kick, Martins Ferry special teams. And once again, Diardo was there.
Yep.
Got a touchdown on a block punt.
Comes right back, makes a kick on the tackle on the opening kick. Or on the kickoff after this touchdown.
Absolutely. Mr. Reuter first down here for the Tigers with 3:31 to go until halftime.
I see Clayton Snyder's in there, number 50. Looks like he's a freshman.
Get some more guys in there for this young Tiger squad. There's 18 freshmen, 7 seniors, a couple of juniors, and a good number of sophomores as well for head coach Mike Kernick. Too many guys on the field, and they're going to have to call a timeout to get one of those guys off there. So 12 men on the field, 3:31 to go here in the opening half. And Martins Ferry right now in control, 50-0. Dylan Cleveland will be in with our Wendy's halftime report shortly to bring in more updates. While we have time during this Trinity Health System timeouts, we're going to tell you some more great programming that you can check out on our networks. Also includes Pittsburgh Steelers preseason action. The preseason finale coming up Saturday on Fox 9, Steelers and the Lions. It's live on Fox 9, 1 p.m. And then, of course, it's time for the regular season. Steelers, Falcons, September 8th. You'll hear it before you know it. Martins Ferry students We got the Hawaii, the beach theme going on here tonight. Not quite warm enough, I don't think, for Hawaii, but that's okay. I'm glad we're not sweating like it's Hawaii.
Normally this time of the year, this opener, it's warm like Hawaii.
Ace Nelson on the carry for the Tigers. It's a little bit of room opened up for him there.
We have Caden Holmes in on the tackle, number 35 for Martins Ferry. From his linebacker position.
Block continues to run. Tigers will send a receiver wide to the top side. It's Aiden Clegg. Receiver to the near side, the freshman Michael Hendershot. It's going to go across the middle, complete. Nice work by Caden Baker on the reception. Hopefully he's okay. I don't know if it's a cramp or...
I think it looks like a cramp. Let's hope it's just a cramp.
Yeah, he gets up. I think that's what it is. A quick stop in the action here. But again, nice work by Bryce Sloan, the freshman quarterback, to find Baker, one of the Tiger seniors. It is a cramp. We're going to stretch him out there. Not as many of these cramps on the opening night thanks to the lower temperatures. Now, when West Virginia opens up next week, it looks like we're talking upper 80s.
Right.
So I'm guessing we might have a few more delays next week. Might want to start drinking that water now if you're playing next Thursday or Friday.
Gotta hydrate.
Absolutely. There's 2:51 to go here until halftime. Martins Ferry with so many offensive options, and they were able to show those off here in this opening half.
A lot of good skill on this Martins Ferry football team, and complemented with good, solid young linemen.
Devin Williams with 3 touchdowns. Joaquin Cox with a couple of scores. They blew off a touchdown pass to Maurice Barnett. And Jace Mahoney, who we'll hear from as our Scholar Athlete of the Week at halftime. He gets into the end zone as well. And, oh, yeah, we also had a block punt for a touchdown.
We had a block punt. That's
and
correct.
A safety.
We've scored a lot of ways in this game. We've run it, thrown it, recovered it.
Purple Riders certainly have scored a bunch of different ways. The Tigers, though, continuing to work here. Mr. Reuter first down after that nice catch by Baker. And again, a completed pass to another freshman. It's Colton Wallace, freshman to freshman. And it's first down yardage once again for the Shadyside Tigers. Another Mr. Reuter first down and 10. Look at it again on your team quick lane replay.
Looks like they're playing a little bit of soft coverage, and they keep the ball in front of you, keep it, keep the clock moving. Let's get out of this half.
Ball at the 43-yard line. Handed off to Ace Nelson, but into the backfield. Nice play defensively for the Purple Riders. That was Caden Holmes on the stop.
Made a nice play down here about 3 plays ago with an off-tackle field.
And second down and 16. Another look. Team quick lane replay. Clock running. 1:38 and counting on your Bordas and Bordas scoreboard. Couple of completed passes from freshman Bryce Sloan have allowed the Tigers to move the football into Martins Ferry territory. 2nd and 16 now. Ball in the air. Ball completed once again.
Completed again.
The original line of scrimmage. Catch is made. And again, it's Wallace, the freshman, on the reception.
Moving the ball, doing a nice job, pitch and catch, getting themselves 8, 10, 12 yards.
So 3 completed passes on this drive for Bryce Sloan. The freshman who entered in for Jaden Johnson, who unfortunately had to leave with an injury in that opening quarter. Wendy's halftime show coming up very soon. Dylan Cleland standing by live in studio with all the halftime updates. Going to step out of some pressure, gets rid of it, throws, complete once again to Kritz. Pass was completed to number 10, Griffin Kritz. as they continue to move the football down the field.
I think they're going to bring this
They're going to bring it back, though, to a flag down.
No, he may have caught it out of bounds.
Okay, we'll look again.
Let's take another look.
Even where I was standing, trying to stand and see it, kind of blocked there by the coaches and officials. I guess he was out. So 4th down and 11. Of course, the officials also don't have the luxury of replay like we do as well. 4th down, throw across, and it's Mahoney with the deflection. Has a touchdown, a tackle, and a broken up pass. Purple Rider football with 22 seconds to go until halftime. Team quick lane replay. Mahoney. They were looking for Colton Wallace.
They've done a good job with that little short pass, 8, 10, 12 yards at a time. Just didn't complete this one, give them the first down, give them the opportunity.
.22 seconds to go until halftime. The play clock is at 10. Mr. Reuter first down. Ludoff will take a knee. And we'll head to halftime. Martins Ferry with a very strong opening half. 50-0 your score as they head to the locker room. Dylan Cleveland standing by live in studio with our first Wendy's halftime report of 2024. 50-0 on your WVU Medicine scoreboard.
Choosing health coverage for your family, your employees, and your company is one of the most important decisions you can make. The health plan proudly supports our active and healthy communities and has been your most trusted carrier for over 40 years. We are here for your family. We are here for your business. We'll be here for you when you need us most, because your health coverage is our priority. The health plan, here for you.
Get ready for the West Alexander Fair, September 2nd through the 7th. Kick off a week of festive fun with a rodeo on Monday at 1 p.m. and 7 p.m., followed by the Demolition Derby on Tuesday and Wednesday at 7 p.m., Arena Cross Thursday at 7:30 p.m., Truck Pull at 7 p.m., followed by the fireworks at 9:30 on Friday. Don't miss the Tractor Pull on Saturday at 4 p.m. Daily admission is $10 or $30 for the week, including amusement rides and entry to the grandstands.
So you want a new Kia, and you want financing that won't drain the bank. You need ANBAutosales.com. Simply log on, click on the Credit Financing tab, and get quotes fast. As exclusive lenders provide terms and rates, pick the best one, and you'll be driving your Kia in no time. Let our lenders fight for your new Kia business today. Because when they fight, you benefit. Visit ANB Kia, ANBAutosales.com.
Jacob & Sons Meats, your local family-owned business for more than 40 years. Amazing, delicious quality and the best customer service. Choose from pork or chicken sausage, burgers, and more. Hundreds of flavors and many variety packs. Jacob & Sons Meats in Martins Ferry. Come shop today.
Need senior pictures? Call Max Snaps Photography. Internationally published and featured photographer. Check out my work at maxsnapsphotography.com and like us on Facebook. Call Max Snaps Photography today at 740-359-0098.
Huddle up, huddle up. There's so many high school football games. It's time to go big. It's time to bring in the veteran.
It's time for Sports Friday on the go.
The biggest games in the Ohio Valley, all in one place.
Never miss what's happening in the night's biggest games, from the opening kickoff to the final whistle.
All through your smartphone on the WTOV9 News 9 app and on the WTOV9 YouTube channel.
Sports Friday on the go!
Stream live Friday at 7 p.m. This is the Wendy's Halftime Report.
Welcome into the first Wendy's Halftime Report of the season. I'm Dylan Cleveland, and I'm super excited to be back again as your host. We've reached the half of our Bordas and Bordas Thursday Night Lights game between Shadyside and Martins Ferry. At the half, it's Martins Ferry with the lead. Let's check out the Wendy's first half highlights. First drive for Martins Ferry. In just about 3 minutes in, senior Tevin Williams takes the handoff, finds some grass. 50 yards later, it's 7-0 Martins Ferry. A couple minutes later, first play of drive 2, Martins Ferry and Williams on the ground. He bounces to the outside on the right this time. 75 yards and another touchdown for Williams. We're only 6 minutes into the season. Under 5 minutes now in the first. Aiden Ludoff, the quarterback for Martins Ferry, drops, airs it out, and it's Maurice Barnett making the catch. 21-0 Purple Riders. Later, how about a freshman? The name Joaquin Cox is game, taking the ball on the ground and running up the sideline. He finds the end zone. Purple Riders jump out to a big first half lead. We take a look at your halftime score of our Bordas and Bordas Thursday Night Lights game. 50-0 Martins Ferry. Bridgeport Bulldogs starting its first season under Andrew Yon as the head coach tonight at home against Frontier. Closing in on the end of the first, Bridgeport with the ball, and junior Braylon Lewis gets the call on the ground, brings it past midfield here, and then eventually ends up inside of the Frontier 30. Second quarter, same drive after the field flip. It's A.J. Bishop bouncing off the pile, and the Bulldog bulldozes his way across the goal line. 6-0 Bridgeport. Still in the second, 4th and 11 now for Frontier. Drew King hits Avery Powell on the outs and makes a move. He gets inside the 20, and a few plays later, Caleb Kirkpatrick gets the pitch. The defender gets a hold of his shirt, but not quite enough, and he churns into the end zone. And that's where we are right now in this one. Frontier just scoring again within the last couple of moments, 12-6, Frontier ahead. One other game locally tonight, it is the River Pilots on the road against Colonel Crawford. The score at halftime, 28-13. Just ahead on the Wendy's halftime report, we'll take a look at this week's DeFelice Brothers Pizza Scholar Athlete of the Week.
WTOV9's Jack Hillgrove is jacked up about sports.
This is a brand new project that I'm really passionate about.
Jacked up about the black and gold.
Pittsburgh Steelers make a splash.
High school sports.
Our area crowned 2 girls basketball state champions.
Everything sports up and down the Ohio Valley.
It's insider knowledge on Ohio, West Virginia, and Pittsburgh sports.
Jacked Up with Jack Hillgrove, a new podcast series.
My name is Ron Sismondo. I'm an orthopedic sports medicine surgeon at WVU Medicine Wheeling Hospital. So my goal is to never try to take you out of whatever you want to do. I'm not there to pull them off the field. Like, I'm not there to tell you, like, you can't go golfing or you can't do what you love doing and what you enjoy doing. My goal is to make sure that you're able to continue to do it and do it as best as you possibly can. You want to be out there. That's something that's important to you. That's part of your life.
I'm Jamie Bordas. At Bordas & Bordas, many of our clients have been injured and some have lost a loved one. We know they're counting on us to help when their lives have been shattered. Our years of experience and being compassionate toward our clients and fighting for them as hard as we can is why we continue to obtain great results. We can't make things the way they were before, but we can work to get you the justice you deserve and hopefully help bring some sense of closure.
Bordas & Bordas, fighting for justice.
With everything from excavators and skid steers with attachments to floor sanders and carpet cleaners, Tricor has over 300 rental items that you need to complete your project. They also sell a full assortment of top-of-the-line hand and power tools, abrasives, fasteners, and many other items to suit your industrial needs. Need something delivered? Tricor also delivers. Located a quarter mile north of Route 70, exit 208 in Morristown, Ohio. No job is too big or small. We have the tools you need.
Wendy's has new saucy nugs. And if Wendy's found a way to make their nugs even better, anything is sauceable! For a whole new way to nug, gotta be Wendy's. Open till midnight or later.
Before the showdown in Morgantown, Nittany Lions versus Mountaineers. See another side of the historical rivalry before the game is played. From local celebrations to the real story behind game day traditions. It's the showdown in Morgantown, a News 9 special, Wednesday at 7 on Fox 9. This is the Wendy's Halftime Report.
Welcome back. Now it's time to meet our DeFelice Brothers Pizza Scholar Athlete of the Week. Rob Metzger has the story from Martins Ferry.
Asked for a good fit to be honored as a Scholar Athlete of the Week. It didn't take Martins Ferry head coach Justin Kropka long to point out senior Jace Mahoney.
This is a high character kid, and you know, when fortunately in my career I've been afforded the opportunity to be around a lot of high character kids, and Jay sticks out as that. You know, when you talk about scholar athletes, kids that do things the right way, kids that are very team oriented, kids that are very academic oriented, you know, they're great kids.
Mahoney heads into his senior year knowing what he plans on going into after high school, the physical therapy field with Wheeling University, Muskingum, and Mount Union, the schools he has his sights on.
I wanted to be interested in around sports, and with the PTs that are here in the football field, I just caught my eye and I wanted to do it.
Mahoney also enters his senior year excited to grow his knowledge in his favorite subject of math.
I'm doing college classes for it, so I'm looking forward to that. With the knowledge that my math teacher that I had previously will help me out with it.
He also helps his younger teammates on the gridiron, the ultimate teammate, according to Kropka.
That's the best thing about him. You know, he's an ultimate we guy. He's helping coach the young guys. You know, even though they may be taking carries away from him, he's still willing to help them. Very positive, great leader. So he's really been, you know, guys like that help you win football games, and more importantly, help you build great programs.
Martins Ferry senior Jace Mahoney, the DeFelice Brothers Pizza Scholar Athlete of the Week. For News.
Still to come on the Wendy's Halftime Report, 2 new features looking at students who make an impact in their community and those who shine in the band.
Almost heaven begins here. Our welcoming towns make you feel at home. From the contemporary flair of Shepherdstown to the historic charm of Charlestown. Meet the friendly folks of Bolivar. Then step back in time to Harper's Ferry. New adventures are around every turn. New memories are waiting to be discovered. Jefferson County, West Virginia. It's where almost heaven begins.
Welcome to Beat the Stigma. 10 seconds on the clock. Players, which of these guests lives with depression? Go.
Guest number 1 looks like he has a good job, so it can't be him.
What?
Guest number 2 is too young to be depressed.
That's a stigma.
Guest number 3 looks way too happy to have a mental health issue.
Wow. No. It's all of them. People of all ages and backgrounds can have depression. You did not beat the stigma.
That was my next guess.
Oh, yeah?
My name's Ethan. I started smoking menthol cigarettes to be just like the cool guys in the ads. Here's my tip. There's nothing cool about smoking and having a stroke. I guess they forgot to mention that in the ads.
Tobacco companies aggressively target black communities with menthol ads. You can quit. For free help, call 1-800-QUIT-NOW.
Earn big rewards on your favorite items at Convenient Food Mart. Buy 8 Monster, Reign, or NOS energy drinks and get your 9th free. Join our rewards program today and save. It's easy and, of course, convenient.
There are racetracks. Then there's Daytona. And with a playoff spot on the line in prime time, anything can happen. NASCAR from Daytona on NBC and Peacock.
There it is. In the left.
High school Grand Slam baseball is back. 5 games featuring the best teams, the best amateur baseball athletes in the Ohio Valley.
Rips it in the left.
Live on Fox 9. Don't miss a pitch of high school Grand Slam baseball. Presented by WVU Medicine Wheeling Hospital and WVU Medicine Reynolds Memorial Hospital. Thursday, Indian Creek takes on Edison. Starting at 5, only on Fox 9. This is the Wendy's Halftime Report.
Welcome back to the Wendy's Halftime Report. This year, we are excited to recognize one Center of Music and Art Band Standout of the Week. Let's meet this week's honoree from Buckeye Local.
WTOV9's Band Standout of the Week, sponsored by the Center of Music and Art.
My name is Ariel Orban. I'm a member of the Buckeye Local Panther Band. I have been playing trumpet for 8 years, and I will continue to play in college. I've taken after my sister, which played the trumpet, and my mom, which played the trumpet. Something that I'll miss from the high school band experience is definitely how tight-knit and close we all are in the band. We definitely treat each other like a family, and that's been something that I've been in and been participating in for 6 years, so it's definitely going to be crazy going from this to a college experience. I'm definitely looking forward to the first game, my first home game, my last home game, senior night, definitely things like that for marching band as well as concert band. I was very honored, actually. I mean, I know that I'm a senior and it's kind of normal for the seniors to get chosen for this sort of thing, but I was very honored. I can't wait for this senior season of band.
WTOV9's Band Standout of the Week, sponsored by the Center of Music and Art.
We are also happy to recognize students that make an impact in their community. Here's a look at this week's Interstate Waste Services Impact Players of the Week.
WTOV9's Impact Player of the Week, sponsored by Interstate Waste Services.
I enjoy NHS a lot because it gives us a lot of opportunities to get to help people and help with the community. And we get selected based on things like grades and how your teachers view your attitude in school.
Some things I'm hoping to do this year for NHS are visit different hospitals locally.
I wanted to be able to raise money for the Leukemia and Lymphoma Society and to help kids that have that problem.
I think what made me want to get involved is just knowing that I'm able to help people in the community, and I really love to help people.
I would say it's a good way to get involved with your community and start understanding how other people feel and how much things impact people and just how much something little can change somebody's lives.
It makes you feel like a better person when you help all these people and realize that you can do better, and it's really nice to feel that way.
WTOV9's Impact Player of the Week, sponsored by Interstate Waste Services.
Tomorrow night, Buckeye Local visits Bel Air in the first night game in Nelson Field history. Our Bordas and Bordas Friday Night Rivals broadcast gets underway at 6:30 with pregame kickoff 7 live on Fox 9. Tomorrow night will also feature a Scholar Athlete of the Week from Bel Air. Just ahead on the Wendy's halftime show, we have an exclusive inside look at the brand new Sports Friday on the Go coming your way this high school football season.
IWS provides responsible, environmentally compliant waste disposal solutions. We are your partners in sustainability, leveraging proven and innovative technology to reduce the impact of waste generation on our environment. Interstate Waste Services.
My name is Ron Sismondo. I'm an orthopedic sports medicine surgeon at WVU Medicine Wheeling Hospital. So my goal is to never try to take you out of whatever you want to do. I'm not there to pull them off the field. Like, I'm not there to tell you, like, you can't go golfing or you can't do what you love doing and what you enjoy doing. My goal is to make sure that you're able to continue to do it and do it as best as you possibly can. You want to be out there. That's something that's important to you. That's part of your life.
Choosing health coverage for your family, your employees, and your company is one of the most important decisions you can make. The health plan proudly supports our active and healthy communities and has been your most trusted carrier for over 40 years. We are here for your family. We are here for your business. We'll be here for you when you need us most, because your health coverage is our priority. The health plan, here for you.
Experience the excitement at the 175th Belmont County Fair, September 2nd through the 8th. It's fun for the whole family with rides, games, food on the midway, and exhilarating tractor pulls and demolition derbies. Don't miss livestock sales, shows, and live local music through the week. Wednesday at 7, it's the Ultimate Elvis Tribute Show. And Saturday, it's a Bon Jovi Tribute Show with Don Jovi at 7. There's something for everyone at the 175th Belmont County Fair, September 2nd through the 8th. For a complete schedule, visit BelmontCountyFair.org.
When your outdoor plans have to move indoors.
News 9 said it would.
Getting outside to enjoy the beauty of the Ohio Valley.
News 9 said it would.
Making sure you keep your sunglasses and umbrella close by.
News 9 said it would.
The Severe Weather Team 9 experts are everywhere, helping you plan and prepare for what's waiting outside your door. No matter the conditions, you too will be saying News 9 said it would. Scan the QR code on your screen and enter to win a News 9 said it would hat. And watch News 9 live at 5 weeknights to see if you won.
IWS provides responsible, environmentally compliant waste disposal solutions. We are your partners in sustainability, leveraging proven and innovative technology to reduce the impact of waste generation on our environment. Interstate Waste Services.
This is the Wendy's Halftime Report.
Back to the Wendy's Halftime Report. We are super excited to announce the debut of Sports Friday on the Go, live from our digital content center and available the first 10 weeks of the high school football season. Hosted by Bill Phillips and Don Sloan. It all begins tomorrow night. Download the WTOV9 app on your device in order to access the live stream 7 p.m. tomorrow night. You can also find Sports Friday on the Go on the WTOV9 News 9 YouTube channel or WTOV9.com. We'll have live game updates. And for more on what you can expect on this, go to our Facebook page, WTOV News 9. We're out of time on the Wendy's Halftime Report. Thanks for joining us. Next, it's back to Belmont County with Rob Metzger and Tony Filiberto for the second half.
This is the Wendy's Halftime Report.
Wendy's has new saucy nugs. And if Wendy's found a way to make their nugs even better, anything is sauceable! For a whole new way to nug, gotta be Wendy's. Open till midnight or later.
At Matusi Roofing, we're protecting what matters. Roofs that stand tall no matter what. Where durability meets design. Matusi Roofing delivers quality every time. Call Matusi Roofing today for a free estimate. Matusi Roofing, the foundation for a weatherproof home.
West Virginia's largest restoration company is now in the heart of the Mountain State. With a location in Charleston, joining our branches in Wheeling, Morgantown, and Pittsburgh, we'll be there to help when you need it most. Our expert team and state-of-the-art equipment is ready to serve the Kanawha Valley 24 hours a day. From water damage to fire restoration, when disaster strikes your home or business, tell your insurance provider you prefer the restoration company the Mountaineers call. Panhandle Cleaning and Restoration.
Fly the friendly city skies during Wings Over Wheeling, Saturday, August 24th from 10 to 5 at the Wheeling, Ohio County Airport. Bring the whole family to Wings Over Wheeling for an air show, vintage planes, and a car cruise in. This free event celebrates aviation and is a great chance to experience the wonder of flight. Explore the Wheeling, Ohio County Airport and don't miss all the food, vendors, music, and fun for everyone. Wings Over Wheeling, Saturday, August 24th from 10 to 5 at the Wheeling, Ohio County Airport.
News 9's Jeff Exline is more than the Ohio Valley's weather expert. He's also passionate about cooking.
We're cooking up a storm.
Now you can see a different side of Jeff cooking up a storm on the WTOV9 YouTube channel. A new WTOV9 video podcast series taking you into Jeff's kitchen for easy and delicious dishes, special guests, fun, and entertainment. WTOV9 is cooking up a storm on the WTOV9 YouTube channel. Sponsored by West Virginia Northern Community College Culinary Arts Program.
Huddle up, huddle up. There's so many high school football games. It's time to go big. It's time to bring in the veteran.
It's time for Sports Friday on the Go.
The biggest games in the Ohio Valley, all in one place.
Never miss what's happening in the night's biggest games, from the opening kickoff to the final whistle.
All through your smartphone on the WTOV9 News 9 app and on the WTOV9 YouTube channel.
Sports Friday on the Go.
Stream live Friday at 7 p.m.
All-time win number 729. We had a look at that sign in the end zone as we came back from break. The Ohio running clock rules in front of us here. We will have the running clock, 30-plus point differential. It will stop for official timeouts, change of possession, end of a quarter, team scores, or things like that. But now if it would go under 30 points, we go back to the regular scoring. It's a little different than the rules in West Virginia, which get in effect in the fourth quarter there with a 35-point game. I need to double check that before next week because make sure something may have changed. So we're going to make sure. But anyway, here in Ohio, the running clock rule will be in effect right now as we get set for the second half. Rob Metzger here along with head coach Tony Filiberto. Still call you head coach.
Absolutely.
Always will be a head coach. And we're getting set for second half action. An impressive first half of football for Martins Ferry, doing what they want offensively.
Coming into this ball game, we thought, man, they got great skill. They got
good, tough, younger linemen who are experienced, and this is going to be a very good football team, and they've proven that tonight. They're capable of running the ball, throwing the ball, and playing that great defense.
And it's a very young Shadyside squad, and you've seen some flashes of things working. They're working with now a freshman quarterback with sophomore Jaden Johnson going down with an injury, unfortunately, early. That last drive before halftime completed 4 passes as they were able to move the football down the field a bit, playing without one of their only, 7 seniors, Cole Micker, a very good athlete, not in playing in this contest. So there's some, they're obviously missing that athleticism, but there's some positives that they're going to continue to try to build on here as we get set for another Ohio Valley pay here kickoff. And the Tigers will kick it away to Martins Ferry to start the second half. Under the lights on the Bordas and Bordas Thursday night lights here live on WTOV9.
I saw a squib kick, and the receiver just cradled the ball and went down. They're going to be happy taking the football at about the 34-yard line.
So a first choice Community Federal Credit Union, first down and 10 for the Martins Ferry offense. You'll see some new guys getting looks here in this second half. Aiden Ludoff there has a touchdown pass in this game, and now in for the Purple Riders at the quarterback spots. We're going to first have a break in the action, get the play in there. Martins Ferry calls a timeout to get things set up and ready to roll here for this first. Take a Trinity timeout while we wait for the action to resume.
Looks like they're getting some new faces in there.
The future looks good to me. The future looks good.
We're back live. Martins Ferry set for their first possession here of this second half, leading 50-0 as we get things rolling. Another First Choice America first down and 10. In at quarterback for the Purple Riders, Colby Kropka, the son of the head coach, Justin Kropka. Colby is a sophomore. Ready to run things here in the second half for the Purple Riders. And Kropka throws out, complete to Christian Shuttler, and Shuttler makes the guy miss. Takes it down across the 40-yard line. Fritz in there, among others, to help make a stop for the Tigers.
That's a good start for this young quarterback. Get him some confidence through that quick, fast screen, soft coverage. Let him corral the football, get 8-10 yards out.
And Colby, a very good young quarterback, but you got a guy like Aiden Ludoff right in front of you, so that's good. You get a chance to learn from him.
Sure.
Last year, went into the year thinking he wasn't going to have to be the backup of Baron Lucy. Unfortunately, in the preseason, went down with an injury. He was the backup to Ludoff. So all of a sudden, the freshman Kropka was thrust into the backup role. And here he hands it off to Jason Mahoney, our Scholar Athlete of the Week, taken down there.
That's their first down.
The freshman Colton Wallace, first down yardage for the Purple Riders. With the clock rolling here in Purple Rider Stadium.
I saw number 52, Ian Weatherson, in on that tackle for Shadyside.
Move the sticks once again. First Choice America first down and 10. Kropka in the huddle. Keenan Lucy out wide of the top side for the Purple Riders, with Shuttler here to the near side, along with Gavin Mulvey. Excuse me, to throw it out to Lucy, makes a guy miss, gets it across midfield.
Anthony Borgas on that tackle, and also Michael Henderson.
Yeah, Borgas on the stop there, and Henderson, excuse me. 9:23 and counting here in the third quarter. Jermail Thompson in at receiver as well for Martins Ferry on this possession. Checking in Cole Kennedy with the play. Again, this will be a good opportunity for some of the younger guys to see action, and some of the guys have already been in there to continue to grow as we build forward here in this 2024 high school football season. Kropka calls for it, hands it off. Picking up about 4 yards on the carry, Cole Patterson.
Cole Cook in on the tackle, another freshman. It's another one of those young guys from Shadyside getting some playing time, valuable playing time.
Absolutely. 3rd down and 1 upcoming for Martins Ferry. Thompson Shuttler out wide here to the near side. Far side receiver is Lucy, the sophomore. Kropka will run it. Colby Kropka gets first down yardage up to the 40-yard line. Kropka with the first down pickup for the Purple Rider offense.
Direct snap, quarterback power. Same play they've been running out of 2-back set. They just run it out of 1-back.
Clock continues to roll. Ian Weatherson there. One of those seniors on this Shadyside squad, starting on that offensive line as well. One of the guys back that Coach Mike Kernick will continue to count on as they move forward this year, starting next week at home against Shenandoah. Kennedy in the backfield to the right of Kropka. Kropka will read it and keep it. And good work this time by Ace Nelson, along with Hendershot. Also in there for the Shadyside Tigers, Anthony Forgas.
Not sure if that was a design play or a read off of the stretch to the other side. Quarterback faked the ball coming across to the running back, kept it himself.
Ace Nelson, one of those guys in on the stop for Shadyside. We've seen him carry the football a few times, have some success in that first half. 2nd down and the 10 at the 40. Kropka swings it out and hit immediately by Baker in the backfield.
We called Caden Baker's name a number of times this evening. He's made some nice plays for Shadyside.
Caden Baker on the stop, a senior, 6'2", 265 pounds. It'll bring up 3rd down and 12. Look at it again on your Ohio Valley Honda replay.
Good read by the secondary there, and right on top of that fast screen.
Third and 12. Ball at the 42-yard line of Shadyside. Kropka completed. Across the 40 to 35. Knocked out of bounds. Complete. First down yardage to Cole Kennedy. Maybe a little short. Got a Tiger down, cramping up, I believe, at the 32-yard line. .553 to go. And we'll take a timeout. 50-0 your score on your WVU Medicine scoreboard.
When it comes to severe weather this season, you need the experts who are everywhere. The Severe Weather Team 9 experts, giving you life-saving information before the storm, equipping you and your family with safety plans so you are ready when the forecast calls for strong winds, flooding, and even tornadoes. Before, during, and after the storm, you'll be confident that you are getting the most important and accurate information. That's the News 9 promise you'll only get from the Severe Weather Team 9 experts.
Get ready for the West Alexander Fair, September 2nd through the 7th. Kick off a week of festive fun with a rodeo on Monday at 1 p.m. and 7 p.m., followed by the Demolition Derby on Tuesday and Wednesday at 7 p.m., Arena Cross Thursday at 7:30 p.m., Truck Pull at 7 p.m., followed by the fireworks at 9:30 on Friday. Don't miss the Tractor Pull on Saturday at 4 p.m. Daily admission is $10 or $30 for the week, including amusement rides and entry to the grandstands.
Coming out of the injury timeouts, all is well. We'll cramp up by the Tigers. 50-0 your score. Big pickup before that timeout. Colby Kropka completes the screen to Cole Kennedy. Kennedy on reception and the first down. Another first choice Community Federal Credit Union. First down and 10 for the Purple Riders. Leading 50-0 here on the moving clock on your Bordas and Bordas scoreboard. Kropka to keep. Tripped up. Trey Wright, freshman. Got the shoestrings there.
Direct snap, quarterback power, quarterback keep.
Pick up a 3, 2nd down and 7 for the Purple Riders. On the move here. Again, a number of guys some playing time. Feeker in now on offense, number 34. He's kicked all the extra points. Perfect on all but one. Thompson out wide to the near side. 2 receivers set up top. Lucy and Shuttler. And a handoff. And bottled up on the run on Caden Holmes.
Yeah, Cook in on that tackle along with Caden Baker.
Clock continues to roll here with Colby Kropka in at quarterback. An impressive first half for the starters for Martins Ferry. Tevin Williams found the end zone.
What do you need, Marty?
3 times. Joaquin Cox, the freshman, with 2 touchdowns. Aiden Ludoff, touchdown pass to Maurice Barnett. Jace Mahoney scored. There's a safety in there as well. And a block punt for a touchdown by Santino Iardo. And here, nice move. On the move. Martins Ferry down inside the 10. It's Cole Patterson on the carry, the sophomore.
Well, they got a bunch of running backs, and all of them look good.
On the move, another first choice Community Federal Credit Union first down. Ball down to the 7. It's 1st and goal for Martins Ferry. Riders on the move here, opening drive of the 3rd quarter. Clock running under the Ohio Mercy rules. Kropka turns, hands it off. Patterson down inside the 5. We got the Cole connection in the backfield. Cole Patterson, Cole Kennedy, number 12 and 13.
Right, that's the 7th back that's carried the football for them tonight.
Yeah, Coach Kropka said they were deep in the backfield. He was not kidding.
No, not in the least.
Jacoby Thomas into the ball game, number 2. He is a sophomore. He's now in the backfield.
We haven't seen him carry the ball yet.
Lined up behind Kennedy, and Kropka is under center.
We've seen him now.
He's seen him now. He's pushing forward, just short of the goal line. Thomas on the carry. His first carry for the Purple Riders.
Only a sophomore.
Inside that red zone. So many big play touchdowns. We really haven't seen Martins Ferry drive the ball and be just inside the red zone.
Right. And this offense is set up to drive the football, use clock, make it come down and defend the run, but they've made big plays out of the inside run game.
Absolutely. 3rd down and goal at the 1-yard line. Play clock is at 7. Down to 4. And hurry up under center, Kropka. He's going to keep it. Kropka pushing forward. Colby Kropka is in for the Purple Rider touchdown.
Quarterback wedge.
Labor's Local 809 touchdown for the sophomore quarterback, Colby Kropka. Purple Riders, impressive drive, and gets a nice push up front.
Sure. Just wedge block them toe-to-toe and roll them up.
And they'll take the knee on the 2-point try, 56-0. They'll take a timeout. Near a minute to go here in the 3rd. Martins Ferry in control, 56-0 on Shadyside on your WVU Medicine scoreboard.
IWS provides responsible, environmentally compliant waste disposal solutions. We are your partners in sustainability, leveraging proven and innovative technology to reduce the impact of waste generation on our environment. Interstate Waste Services.
Enjoy a new view of News 9 everywhere you go. Dinner with friends gets better with cooking up a storm. Seeking an adventure? There's always something to explore with the Wheeling Feeling. No matter if you're curious about breaking news or getting jacked up about the start of high school sports, reward your curiosity. News 9 is everywhere you are on every device. Experience more, know more with News 9 and the content you crave. On demand,
IWS provides responsible, environmentally compliant waste disposal solutions. We are your partners in sustainability, leveraging proven and innovative technology to reduce the impact of waste generation on our environment. Interstate Waste Services.
56-0 your score on your WV Medicine scoreboard. Martin Ferry in control, 56-0. Rob Metzger along with Tony Filberto, and also in the booth with us tonight, checking things out. Join us for games this season as well, Mike D'Angelo, longtime coach, Steubenville alum. How's it going so far?
Going good, Rob.
Caught you off guard there.
Yeah. Going good. Glad to be out here for the first kickoff here of the season. Beautiful weather. Two great teams. Looking forward to the season.
Absolutely. Here we go on the kickoff. Another Ohio Valley Buy Here, Pay Here kickoff. Return for Baker. And hit hard on the return by number 23, Jacob Ball. It's been a while, too, since you've had a chance to see some Ohio Valley high school football, being at the college level, and obviously with the Philadelphia Eagles last year. What's it like being back here for an opening night?
It's great. Honest to God, it's awesome to be back home, back in the Ohio Valley, and to watch these guys run around. And been watching the previews the last couple weeks of all the teams, and was kind of waiting for this Thursday.
And it's here, and we're off and rolling. Looking forward to a great season. First down and 10 here. First Choice America, 1st and 10 for the Tigers. And handoff to Ace Nelson, but in the backfield making another play. We've seen it, Caden Holmes. Purple Riders making plays on defense all night long.
Try to run outside stretch, and too much speed on that Martins Ferry defense.
That may be the final play of this third quarter, 56-0 your score. We'll be having a timeout here shortly, and then the running clock will continue here into quarter number 4, week 1 of the Bordas and Bordas Thursday Night Lights live here on WTOV9. Riders on their way to all-time win number 728. We'll take a timeout. Be back with the fourth quarter in a moment.
DeFelice Brothers Pizza, serving lunch specials Monday through Friday, 11 to 2. Carry out your choice of a small one-topping pizza, calzone, sub, or salad, plus a 20-ounce drink for $9.99. Order for delivery, and it's just $12 with a David's cookie, too. Call or go online.
My name's Jeffrey Abbott. I'm an orthopedic surgeon at WVU Wheeling Hospital. When they can't do the things that they need or want to do on a daily basis because of pain, then I tell them it's time to seek treatment. Either if I always offer conservative treatment first, so we can buy patients as much time as they can get, because a joint replacement it's still a surgery. And there are people out there that are fearful until you come in and you say, look, I'm ready to proceed with a joint replacement.
Picture this. It's perfect out. You feel like you should be outside, but you stay in. Because Italian leather smells better than fresh flowers. And the richest greens are right here, not in the backyard. And patio furniture, it can't do this. So if the forecast calls for rain tomorrow, perfect. At Value City Furniture, you don't have to picture it. You can experience it.
I'm Jamie Bordas. At Bordas & Bordas, we understand that car wrecks can be traumatizing in many ways. Medical bills pile up. You may be without a car. You don't know how to deal with the insurance company. We can help. Our goal is to make the process easier so you can focus on your health while we focus on your case. If you need help after a car wreck, give us a call. It would be our privilege to speak with you.
Bordas and Bordas, fighting for justice. DeFelice Brothers Pizza, serving lunch specials Monday through Friday, 11 to 2. Carry out your choice of a small one-topping pizza, calzone, sub, or salad, plus a 20-ounce drink for $9.99. Order for delivery, and it's just $12 with a David's cookie, too. Call or go online.
The Bordas and Bordas Thursday Night Lights on WTOV9 is sponsored by Mr. Rooter, the Center of Music and Art, Trinity Health Systems, DeFelice Brothers Pizza, Local Union 495 Plumbers and Pipe Fitters, and McAdoo Towing and Crane Service.
We are back live at the Dave Bruni Football Complex. It's 56-0 Martins Ferry. Running clock continues. Rob Metzger along with Tony Filberto and Mike D'Angelo joining us in the booth as well, who will join us throughout the season as well on the Bordas and Bordas Thursday Night Lights and Friday Night Rivals. Here's Ace Nelson on the carry and lots of room to run. Nelson across midfield.
Nice cutback. He started left, saw the hole open to the right. Good vision, made the cutback, got big yards out of that.
Mr. Reuter first down for the Tigers of Shadyside.
We're going to see the replay here. You'll see where he starts left and makes a cutback. Good vision.
He's had a nice game, picking up some positive yardage for the Tigers. Just a sophomore. The freshman Sloan at quarterback hands it off to Nelson once again. Looking to break it to the outside. Nelson upended.
Good tackle.
That was Christian Shuttler, the sophomore, on the stop for Martins Ferry. Clock continues to roll under the Ohio Mercy rules. 30 points plus. The clock continues to run.
Remember, we don't body shame.
Second down and 6 for the Tigers. Sloan's got the time, throws it incomplete. He was looking.
And Shadyside offensive line gave him a lot of time in there to make those reads, and he caught the receiver coming across the field. They just didn't make the connection.
Third down and 6. Clock will continue to run even with the incomplete pass under the Mercy rules. And again, as a coach, it's sometimes harder to get these young guys in whenever the clock is moving so fast. There's obviously a reason you don't want the score to get out of hand so the clock moves, but at the same time, some of these younger guys have a hard time getting into the ball game.
Right.
Third and 6 for the Tigers. Sloan gonna take it. Just short of the first down stick.
Made a good decision. He saw grass in front of him. Saw where the sticks were. Just came up a little bit short. Tucked the football. Made a nice run.
Going to bring him fourth down and 1. Here for Shadyside. And they'll look to go forward here and keep possession of the football. 9-11, 9-10 and counting here in this fourth quarter. Martins Ferry on their way to win number 1 of this 2024 high school football season. Hand off to Ace Nelson again. Nelson, first down yardage across the 30.
Good run. Protecting the football, way forward.
Mr. Reuter first down for the Shadyside Tigers. Ball now at the 28-yard line. First and 10. The 3 receivers bunched up there to that top sideline with Nelson in the backfield. The freshman Bryce Sloan, and quarterback hands it off to Nelson. Nelson will break it to outside, near side.
Nice tackle.
Sticking with it. Chucky Thompson on the stop for Martins Ferry.
Stretch to the outside, one-on-one, and Thompson made a nice tackle.
Thompson, a junior, on the stop. And that clock keeps moving. Second down and 4, pickup of 6 for the Tigers. Nelson. This time taken down, wrestled down to the turf by Cole Kennedy. He'll do it to get off that block and make the stop.
Try to get perimeter. Just an outside read play. He can cut it back inside or take it to the perimeter. He chose to go wide, but the defense from Martins Ferry was there.
So that'll bring up a 3rd down and 6 for Shadyside here in the 4th. Tigers putting together a nice drive here, looking to keep it going on 3rd down. Already have a 4th down pickup on this drive. Sloan getting chased from behind, gets out of bounds.
It's going to be 4th and short.
Yes, it will be 4th and short for the Tigers. They've converted on one of those so far. They'll try to do it again. They're looking to get guys out to the sideline in time. The defensive front right now for Martins Ferry, including Aiden Giffen up there. Xander below. 4th and 1. Purple Riders defense looking to get a stop. Nelson, though, takes the handoff. Has 1st down yardage and more. Ace Nelson down to the 5-yard line. Good hard running by the sophomore tailback.
This offensive line from Shadyside starting to gel a little bit here. Make it seem to have an inside run, outside run, moving the football.
Mr. Reuter 1st and 10. They get 1st and goal at the 5-yard line for the Tigers. Looking for their first score here. Nelson still on his feet. Ace Nelson, is he in? Yes, he is. Touchdown, Tigers.
2nd effort.
Labor's Local 809. Touchdown for the Shadyside Tigers to get on the board here in the 4th, 56-6.
You know, Shadyside bunch, score, it's really separation, but a lot of good young football players for Shadyside.
Good physical run, again, by Nelson, who we've seen in there from the start. Good look on our team quickly in replay.
Right.
And they'll try to hit this extra point. Sloan, the quarterback, will hold. The extra point is up, and the extra point is good by Gavin Bomber. 56-7. We'll take a timeout. 5:03 to go in this one. The Tigers are on the board.
There are racetracks. Then there's Daytona. This place just, well, it's different. And with a playoff spot on the line, under the light in prime time, anything can happen. NASCAR from Daytona on NBC and Peacock. Before the showdown in Morgantown, Nittany Lions versus Mountaineers. See another side of the historical rivalry before the game is played. From local celebrations to the real story behind game day traditions. It's the showdown in Morgantown, a News 9 special, Wednesday at 7 on Fox 9.
With so much happening every day,
News 9 is everywhere.
helping you understand what's happening in our communities and working to find solutions to make our community stronger.
$50 million project that will provide over 600 jobs to the area.
Every night on every device. News 9 is everywhere.
56-7 your score. WVU Medicine scoreboard. The Tigers on the board. Something to build on as they move on towards week 2 against the Shenandoah Zeps. Ace Nelson with a physical touchdown run as we get ready for an Ohio Valley bye here. Pay here. Kickoff. Rob Metzger here alongside Tony Filberto and Mike D'Angelo in the booth now with us as well, as we're 5 minutes away from the first game of 2024 being in the books. But you love to see the Tigers continuing to play hard and continuing to work here.
And they're not going to see many teams better than Martins Ferry. It's a good Martins Ferry football.
Kickoff will roll out of bounds. There'll be a lot of football there. Rolls down there, and there's a flag.
Looked like your wedge shot. I was trying to back up there.
Absolutely, yeah. It might have gone that far. I don't know. It would have been pretty.
Yeah.
So Martins Ferry eventually will get back out here on offense. Our referee, Rennie Kazanu. So the Rider offense will get it here at the 35-yard line.
Right.
Rennie Kazanu, our referee tonight. Mr. Reuter first down for the Purple Riders, who we saw the first team offense absolutely rolling in that first half with Tevin Williams with 3 touchdowns. The freshman Joaquin Cox, 2 long touchdown runs. Aiden Ludoff going to be a big-time weapon as well. Found Maurice Barnett for a score, and they were looking good. Still not enough guys out there. Go ahead and hand it off and pick up. And on that carry, there was Cole Patterson once again.
You know, as a coach, when you find something that's working, you want to stay with it. You want to have an outlet off of it. And that's exactly what Martins Ferry's done tonight. They found that power play working. They run it both sides. They run a quarterback power, run 2-back power, and then threw the ball off of it.
2nd and 4 here with 3 minutes to go. Colby Kropka under center for the Purple Riders. In control 56-7. Hand it off. Getting more guys in there. Colton Nixon. Nixon on the carry. Clock continues to roll. The Riders run guys in and out of there. Jacob Ball checks in. Ball's a freshman from Martins Ferry. Ball at the 47-yard line for the Purple Riders. Kropka under center. The tight end to the right. They're going to run it. And up the middle. Colton Nixon again, and another guy we've seen run the football here for Martins Ferry.
That's got to be 8 or 9, 10 maybe ball carriers this evening from Martins Ferry. They got a bunch of them there. But if you watched the backside guard, I think it was 53, Brody Hilton pulls and does that good kick out turn up block, makes that power play work.
He's a freshman. It's 2nd down and 4.
It's a play we would call power O being the backside guard, fullback leading, makes it the power play. There's the same play coming the other side.
Turn and give. Cadence Luckett. You can add another tally to another ball carrier.
There we go.
Might hit double digits now.
That's double digits. Well, you're blessed when you have that many good backs.
Under a minute to go here in this opener. Another Mr. Reuter 1st down and 10 for the Purple Riders. 56-7.
Michael Shaw bringing the play into the game. Number 28.
Riders about to pick up win 7-29 in their storied program's history. Good work defensively by the Shadyside Tigers there. Lucas Smathers on the stop.
Colton Nixon again on the carry.
That may be the final play of this one between the Purple Riders and the Shadyside Tigers. Last couple games have been tight. This one not so much, but it's good to have high school football back here in the Ohio Valley. The Martins Ferry Purple Riders headed to 1-0 on this young season. And we'll take on the River Pilots here next. And, of course, the Shadyside Tigers will be home, the home opener next Friday night against the Shenandoah Zips. 56-0. Your final score here from Purple Rider Stadium. We'll take a timeout and begin our post-game wrap-up of this matchup here between Shadyside and Martins Ferry here at the Dave Bruni Football Complex in a moment.
Professional baseball paired with affordable family entertainment for all ages. With fireworks, giveaways, and kids' days every weekend. The Washington Wild Things. We make forever fans.
Hi, I'm Serena Heckathorn, licensed insurance agent with Health Markets Insurance Agency. Welcome to our new office in St. Clairsville, Ohio, where we can help you find the right health coverage for you and your family, including health, Medicare, supplemental, dental, vision, and life. Give us a call or visit us at our new office in St. Clairsville, or if you're further north, our office in Steubenville.
Professional baseball paired with affordable family entertainment for all ages. With fireworks, giveaways, and kids' days every weekend. The Washington Wild Things. We make forever fans.
56-7, your final score. Martins Ferry a winner in the opener here at the Dave Bruni Football Complex. A 50-0 lead at the half. An impressive first half of action for the Riders. They go on to win it 56-0. 56-7, excuse me, your final score. 50-0 at halftime. The Tigers get on the board there late with the Ace Nelson touchdown run, who he ran hard all game long and rewarded with the score there in the fourth quarter. Time now to show you our player of the game. Brought to us by Labor Local 809, and off to the races. Tevin Williams tonight, the senior, off to a great start. A couple of long touchdown runs on the first two possessions, 50 yards and then 75 yards. He scored later as well on a 46-yarder. And Tevin Williams, the senior tailback, versatile, can play receiver as well, and defensive back. He is your Labor's Local 809 player of the game in the opener here at Purple Rider Stadium. Rob Metzger, Tony Filberto, and Mike D'Angelo in the booth. And Mike, you observed this whole game. You saw that huge first half. What did you think of the performance by Tevin Williams and that whole offense?
Yeah, Tevin did a great job tonight. You know, when obviously it was the power play. He hit every single time downhill. A lot of big runs. Credit to his O-line, the way you're supposed to run power. You know, I think Ferry showed they have a lot of depth in the backfield and other positions, and as well as be able to go up top and hit the play action pass. So those were the positives that I saw from Martins Ferry week one. I thought Coach Copper did a great job. And
they didn't have to show a lot in the pass game, which they can do down the road as well, Coach.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, they threw the one play action pass early for the touch. They come out a couple times in a 3-by-1 and hit some short stuff and hit some fast screens, but they have the capability of saying, you know, you defend one thing, we're going someplace else.
So again, 56-7, your final score. Again, our Laborers Local 809 player of the game, Tevin Williams of Shadyside, but he was far from the only guy to have a big game tonight for the Martins Ferry Purple Riders. We're going to take a timeout. When we come back, we'll check out the first half highlights and talk more about this one. Martins Ferry a winner tonight over the Tigers, 56-7.
My name's Jeffrey Abbott. I'm an orthopedic surgeon at WVU Wheeling Hospital. When they can't do the things that they need or want to do on a daily basis because of pain, then I tell them it's time to seek treatment. I always offer conservative treatment first, so we can buy patients as much time as they can get, because a joint replacement it's still a surgery. And there are people out there that are fearful until you come in and you say, look, I'm ready to proceed with a joint replacement.
WTOV9's Jack Hillgrove is jacked up about sports.
This is a brand new project that I'm really passionate about.
Jacked up about the black and gold.
Pittsburgh Steelers make a splash.
High school sports.
Our area crowned 2 girls basketball state champions.
Everything sports up and down the Ohio Valley.
It's insider knowledge on Ohio, West Virginia, and Pittsburgh sports.
Jacked Up with Jack Hillgrove, a new podcast series. News 9's Jeff Exline is more than the Ohio Valley's weather expert. He's also passionate about cooking.
We're cooking up a storm.
Now you can see a different side of Jeff cooking up a storm on the WTOV9 YouTube channel. A new WTOV9 video podcast series taking you into Jeff's kitchen for easy and delicious dishes, special guests, fun, and entertainment. WTOV9 is cooking up a storm on the WTOV9 YouTube channel. Sponsored by West Virginia Northern Community College Culinary Arts Program. When your outdoor plans have to move indoors.
News 9 said it would.
Getting outside to enjoy the beauty of the Ohio Valley.
News 9 said it would.
Making sure you keep your sunglasses and umbrella close by.
News 9 said it would.
The Severe Weather Team 9 experts are everywhere, helping you plan and prepare for what's waiting outside your door. No matter the conditions, you too will be saying News 9 said it would. Scan the QR code on your screen and enter to win a News 9 said it would hat. And watch News 9 live at 5 weeknights to see if you won.
56-7, Martin Ferry, a winner over Shadyside on the Bordas and Bordas Thursday Night Lights season opener here from the Dave Bruni Football Complex. Taking you to the top of the hour into NBC's network coverage of the Democratic National Convention from Chicago. Rob Metzger, Tony Filberto, and Mike D'Angelo in the booth. We check out some of the highlights from this one. And again, a very quick start for the Purple Riders as they took control early en route to a 50-0 halftime lead. And a look at some of the action. We saw Tevin Williams, our player of the game, off to the races early, 50-yard touchdown to make it 7-0. Williams again then breaks off a 75-yard run, make it 14-0, 6:31 of the first. And the Riders weren't done. They go to the air. They're going to be able to throw it this year again. And they showed off there, Aiden Ludoff to Maurice Barnett for the Purple Rider touchdown. They got a safety there in the mix. And check out Joaquin Cox's first varsity carry. He was impressive tonight, wasn't he, Mike?
Absolutely. Great body on him. Runs very, very hard. Actually, a few big runs, making a lot of people miss. But, looking forward to him having a great rest of the season.
Absolutely. The freshman Cox with 2 touchdowns there. And the Purple Riders, again, with the win. 56-7, the final score here inside a Purple Rider Stadium. A great, beautiful night to open up this high school football season. Of course, lots to look forward to this high school football season. Can't forget tomorrow night's debut of Sports Friday on the go. Bill Phillips, Don Sloan back in the house inside the Digital Content Center. Throwing it back a bit, and it's going to be a lot of fun. Featuring 5 of the top games across the valley tomorrow night inside our Digital Content Center. We'll be checking in on live action. That's the highlights from different ball games across the Ohio Valley. Some very good ones on tap in the opening week of the high school football season. So looking forward to that tomorrow night. Of course, followed by the traditional Sports Friday, 10:30 on Fox 9 and 11:10 on WTOV9. And we got another live broadcast tomorrow night. A much anticipated night in the All-American town of Belair. The Big Reds' first night game inside Nelson Field. The new lights ready to shine bright. Belair and Buckeye Local, the Panthers and first-year head coach Chris Kedash, live on Fox 9 at 7 o'clock. Pre-game show will begin at 6:30, so tune in at 6:30 for the pre-game with Jack Kilgrove and Coach Tony Filberto. High school football well underway now here in the Ohio Valley. And a game I know, Coach, looking forward to next Thursday night, Weir High, Oak Glen, the big Hancock County rivalry. The Carl Hamill Trophy. We'll be there for it on Comet, 7 o'clock next Thursday.
Yeah, exciting. You've had some great rivalry matchups tonight, Martins Ferry, Shadyside, tomorrow, Buckeye, Belair. And what's better in my eyes than Weir Oak Glen? I spent a lot of years on both sidelines, so that'll be an exciting football game for me, just as the rest of these football games, the matchups that we've had here on Channel 9.
Absolutely. And that's going to wrap up this first Bordas and Bordas Thursday Night Lights broadcast live from Martins Ferry for our entire hard-working crew, making things happen behind the scenes. And, of course, my partner, Tony Filberto, and Mike D'Angelo in the booth as well. He'll join us throughout the season as well here on the Bordas and Bordas Thursday Night Lights and Friday Night Rivals. Coming up next here on WTOV9, NBC's coverage of the Democratic National Convention.
Wheeling, is more than just the friendly city. It's also one of the coolest places in the Ohio Valley. Join me every Thursday at 7 p.m. for The Wheeling Feeling, a new video podcast on the WTOV9 YouTube channel to explore upcoming events, festivals, festivities, and hotspots that make Wheeling a great place to live. Get the feeling, The Wheeling Feeling. Subscribe to the WTOV9 YouTube channel and get new episodes every Thursday at 7 p.m.
Sponsored by Wheeling Island Hotel, Casino and Racetrack and Panhandle Cleaning and Restoration.
When it comes to severe weather season, you need the experts who are everywhere. The Severe Weather Team 9 experts, giving you life-saving information before the storm, equipping you and your family with safety plans so you are ready when the forecast calls for strong winds, flooding, and even tornadoes. Before, during, and after the storm, you'll be confident that you're getting the most important and accurate information. That's the News 9 promise you'll only get from the Severe Weather Team 9 experts.